Well, hello. I'm Matt. Welcome to the good life. I do a little radio show from my backyard in the Hills Casino. I'm a lucky guy. In fact, I'd say luckier than most. I have lots of friends that I like to call stars. Hey, in fact, there's one now. You probably know Ryan Stiles, Drew Carey Show. Whose line is it anyway? Black Hawk Down?
I wasn't in Black Hawk Down, Matt. That wasn't me, okay? What are you doing here?
The gate was actually open. I thought I'd take a little jacuzzi-roo.
I got company coming over, okay? People that matter, okay? Get up, go.
Bubbles feel so good,
Look,
Ryan.
Matt, you know what? You gotta stop doing this, okay? I can't be coming home with the wife and kids and you're in my tub, okay? Just get out.
I'm not wearing nothing.
Doohickey, you know, the doohickey that rolls.
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time!
The most imitated radio station in the nation.
I'm through with standing in line for some fun to begin, but I found a good thing leaving me with a grin. It's time for Outlaw Radio to begin.
You have the great Billy Gibbons here? Yeah.
It's very cool.
He just passed out. Oh, yeah. Hey, that didn't sound too bad. Huh?
Had to lighten him up loud. Oh, man. We're here with Matt. Oh, yeah. Had to lighten up. Oh, little Outlaw Radio. We're here with Matt.
And he's not fat.
We got all his guys and girls in the house. Let me tell you, that's where it's at. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Allen. Pass me a gallon.
Well, all the kids are talking about it. Your neighbors probably knocked on your door. On the heels of a Brett Baer interview, Kamala has agreed to come on with us at the top of the next hour. She was late for the Brett Baer interview, so we'll see what happens. Why she'd agree to do this show? Something to do with the football. It's a little something to do with the football, I think.
Was Ryan Seacrest busy?
Day. What, are you saying that we'd rather have Ryan? Alexandra, my daughter, went to see Ryan Stiles in Columbus, Ohio last night. You know, she was visiting a couple weeks ago, and she said, you know, Ryan's coming to town. My daughter lives in Columbus, and I would love to say hi to him. And I said, okay, so I called Ryan, left a message for him. You know how good he is at returning calls, even worse than I am.
Yeah.
Well, he called a couple days ago, much to my surprise, and said, I'd love to see your daughter. So how sweet is that?
That's great that worked out.
Yeah, that is so sweet. And so we'll be touching base with Alexandra because maybe Ryan's back in the fold. And by the way, she lives just down the street from where they're eating the cats and eating the dogs.
Yeah.
She lives right down the damn street. And I mentioned to Ryan Mark's beatdown at Wednesday's poker game. He was so happy.
Oh, sure, he was laughing.
Oh, he was so happy about that.
Did Mark take a bath on Wednesday?
Oh, yeah, and Ryan was thrilled. You know, I thought Ryan would say, hey, it doesn't matter to me. No, he was thrilled.
Hey, maybe he's going to chomp at the bits to get back here.
Well, I told him, I said, you know, you got next time you're at the Tall Man of Comedy from Drew Carey Show and Black Hawk Down. And
I wasn't in Black Hawk Down, Matt.
He wasn't.
That
in
wasn't
Black?
me.
That wasn't him. Well, he was also in the Drew Carey Show. Did I mention that? And Whose Line Is It Anyway? In this traveling road show, they travel from city to city, and the Tall Man of Comedy is up there with his compadres. And my daughter was there for that last night. And I said, you know, next time you're in town, and he said, okay. He said, next time I'm in town, I will come see you.
Cool.
So he gave me his word. He said, but first he said, I don't know about the politics at poker. I said, we don't talk politics at poker, meaning that we won't talk politics at poker when he shows up
on that day.
Yeah, on that particular.
But will Mark C.G. Boyer giggle?
Yeah, he said you must be desperate because Mark C.G. Boyer is now a regular. So obviously he's checking in on old Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. Easily found if you simply throw in there kamalato.us. It'll take you right to our YouTube. And, of course, we're on rumble.com, Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
And tampontim.us.
And tampontim.us.
So he's still got the same number? Because I've texted him several times.
No,
he's got a different number.
I pulled a number out of thin air, and I called it, and he just happened to call me back.
So he's got the same number?
Yes, he does.
I can't believe you got the 7th digit.
Yeah, dude, believe that?
I couldn't believe it.
It's like trying to crack a code on a safe, man, but I nailed it.
You're good, you.
So, and those new to Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio may not be aware of this, and it may not be important, but Ryan was a regular on this show every Saturday, and we looked forward to him sipping his beautiful single malt scotch, having a cigar or a cigarette, and I love the guy. But it was politics and Mark C.G. Boyer that pissed him off at a poker game a few years ago, right here in this 1876 Virginia City, Nevada style bar, and that's why Ryan never returned. That's the honest to God truth, because Mark honked him off.
You're not supposed to laugh at a loser.
I drove him home he drove me home, but he picked me up from my house. He was dropping me off, and he said, I'm never doing that game again because Mark's a little weasel.
And he is, but he's right about Mark. Mark C.G. Boyer is a weasel.
Yeah.
And he's a sore winner.
Yeah, he is a sore winner. Yeah. So yesterday, man, I had one of them sinus headaches because it's the Santa Ana winds are blowing. So I went through 3 hours of that. It's a bitch.
Wow, three whole hours.
Yeah, but right before that hit, I had a little margarita, or do I mean margarita? And a margarita or two, and I don't think that helped with the old onslaught of the migraine headache.
Well, it would if you had like 6 of them.
No. Yeah. So I stopped. So I am totally sober today, which is, I know, frightening to most of you.
Actually, we have your drink right
also
here.
Not going to last.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that.
Yeah, we have your drink right here, man.
So Kamala Harris on the show today, and an exclusive interview. Plus, old Donald Trump Jr. is blasting the leftist narrative that Trump is exhausted. That's their new one. He's exhausted. He's too old. Yeah. Isn't that incredible? He's too old and he's exhausted. Do you want that guy running our country? Yes, we do. It's so ridiculous. Who attended the Al Smith dinner after a lengthy, brilliant interview with that wrestler? Never think of that dude, that tatted up guy on Fox. On that late night show.
Oh, Tyrus.
I love that Tyrus. Did you see that interview?
No.
I got to give Tyrus tremendous credit.
I like him a lot too.
It was one of the great Trump interviews of all time. He did that, and that was after meeting with Wall Street execs and a bunch of other people the same day, which is why he showed up late to the Al Smith dinner that night. I mean, it's just.
But he showed up.
He showed up. Yeah. So I have a question to all of us, including the beautiful Dana Cornelius, who is not only an author but a film star in a brand new movie called Slim Pickens. No, Finger Lickin'. Finger Lick.
I've checked that out before.
It's a horror movie, my friends.
Oh, I thought it was about KFC.
It's a horror. It's a horror movie.
Ralph thought it was about fried chicken.
So about time we had some. It's been a couple weeks since we had some femininity on the show, and it's very nice to have femininity. And I like her about 99%. About 99%. I'm a huge fan of Dana Cornelius. What do you think the 1% is? And I don't know why the mic isn't close to your mouth. Mark should. He's busy there on his phone. I don't know, playing solitaire. I did say no solitaire on the show. I did mention that. But Dana, what do you think the 1% is? What do you think the problem? The only problem I have with you.
Because I don't eat land animals.
There you go. Yep. See, that's it. I don't eat land animals.
She knew it, man.
Yeah, but you do eat fish. Oh, you don't eat fish. So you don't eat land or those aquatic beasts in our oceans and lakes.
Well, the fake crab and some sushi. That's about it.
California rolls, come on.
Now, but wait a second. Fake crab is pollock. and
Yeah,
that
it's a
is
fish.
Yeah, it's a fish. It's a fishy fish.
Imitation crab is pollock, and that's what they make the fillet of fish sandwich at McDonald's.
What about pheasant? They fly.
Do you eat a pheasant?
No, nothing with wings, feathers.
I try not to eat anything with wings either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I try to make sure the wing. I don't know.
I will eat eggs, though.
I'm a big fan of wings, man. I love good old chicken wings.
You eat eggs?
I eat eggs. I'm not giving up my pizza, so if there's cheese on the pizza, I'm eating it.
Okay, so
you're not a vegan. You're just kind of a.
So I'm 99.5% in the corner of lovely Dana Cornelius. I have a question for all of us in this 1876 Virginia City, Nevada style bar. Boy, do you hear the doggy? Isn't that what happens on most syndicated radio shows?
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs.
Yeah, I wish they
They're
would eat
eating
this.
the cats.
I wish we had some Haitians in here eating this dog. So my question is, how do you get a Democrat to shut up? Anyone? How do you get a Democrat to shut up? Ask them to list Kamala's accomplishments. Hi-oh.
Bam.
What is, okay, this is the one that gets me in trouble. Out of everything we do today for the next 3 hours, this is the one that gets me into trouble. So I want to say that I don't condone this. But I'm going to do it anyway.
You're still in trouble.
What is, and this is not something that it was a bet. And so in order for me to win this bet, and God knows I need the money, I have to deliver this.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, what is One Direction's Liam Payne going to see this? See, it's
you can't even get it out.
Well, because it's already bad.
It's bad. The memes came out right away.
Too soon.
And it's way too soon.
Oh, the next day the memes came out. I guess he's only
straight
going
down.
one direction.
So should I do this? Yeah. What is One Direction's Liam Payne going to be for Halloween? Embalmed? See, it's too soon for that. Or is it not soon enough? See, that's the question. Liam Payne, of course, former singer of the boy band One Direction. Man, they were kicking ass for years.
Simon
to this
Cowell's
day,
band.
man.
Yeah, Simon Cowell found those guys.
I'm aware of that, Mart. Simon Cowell.
Yep. Well, he's responsible for that band. That's all.
Yes, he is. He discovered them and he managed them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably produced them and
He
made
did.
money off of them.
He did all that stuff, yeah. He died after falling off a hotel balcony in Argentina. Witnesses say he went one direction.
Hey, well,
Straight
there's no
down.
proof that he fell. There's rumors.
Talk about just screwing
Step
the
on the
punchline.
punchline.
Oh, just
I gave it a beat.
No, don't be afraid to let it breathe. Witnesses say he went one direction, down. Okay, that's the way it was supposed to go, but there you go. I'm sorry you had to be witness to this, Cornelius. See, I'm now, we're so close, I call her by her last name.
What a Soul Train?
DC.
That's right.
All right, another question.
Planet of the Apes.
By the way, Kamala Harris on the show today. And hopefully her people aren't listening right now because, except, she's between a rock and a hard place right now, so I think she'll do damn near any interview. I mean, if she did that one, which was a podcast really about BJ's. I mean, that's really
Call Me
what.
Daddy.
Yeah, call me dad. That was, and so she did that. So why not do our show? The question for me, and this came in a couple days ago, if Mary Stone, queen of our YouTube chat, was my sibling, would I call her sister Mare? And if so, would she scream E right after? I guess we could ask my brother Mart that. And so I set him up. We can ask my brother Mart that. And what does he always say when I call him Mart?
T.
Wow, we are kicking some ass today.
It's a slow start.
I can read minds normally, but that's stupid.
And the last question, then why did you laugh?
What you said was stupid. When you went to me, it was like, that's supposed to be obvious. I'm supposed to go to that? I don't get it.
One last question, my friends. Does anyone else suspect that Dr. Rachel Levine and Liz Cheney are the same person?
Oh, God.
Have you ever seen them hating America together in the same room at the same time? I don't see, and that's why I think there's a possibility that they're the same person. And Dateline, man, I wonder if our friends. We have so many friends in the great state of Wisconsin.
Yeah, man.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
They
including
sent more stuff, dude.
Beth and Tony.
Yes.
And a beautiful calendar of. Now this is the stuff you put on pancakes. What do you call that stuff?
Syrup.
Yeah, I wish it were syrup, but no, it's steak sauce.
It says syrup.
No, and I think syrup. I haven't tasted it yet, but it's real syrup. You know, this stuff is expensive. This is spendy, and this is in your home state, my friends, Marionette, Wisconsin. Rosie O'Donnell's daughter arrested for child neglect after 11-month-old is found near a meth pipe. And full disclosure, I only bring this to your attention because of my disdain for this bloated, ignorant pig who, well, I replaced at VH1 so many years ago. Rosie, of course, went on to a massive career because of the unspeakable orifices on Madonna in which she was willing to insert her massive tongue. Yes, I have integrity, my friends.
God, that's just a gross.
No money, but plenty of integrity. And do I have proof of Rosie sniffing around Madonna's lady parts? No. But if I did, would you really want to see it?
No,
I mean,
no,
I don't think so. Rosie O'Donnell's daughter, Chelsea Bell O'Donnell, was arrested for child neglect and possession of drugs. An 11-month-old son near a meth pipe.
He named his daughter Rosie also?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, no, Chelsea Bell O'Donnell.
Oh, I thought you said Rosie
Are you?
Bell.
Oh boy, we're in big trouble when it comes to you taking care of this.
No. Let's rewind. I'm pretty sure you said Rosie.
Okay, the 27-year-old. Well, good. As long as you're right, that'll move the show forward. The 27-year-old was charged with 4 felony counts of maintaining a drug trafficking place, child neglect, possession of methamphetamine. You know that bad crap and THC.
Methamphetamine?
The latter of which is commonly found in cannabis, and this is just bad. And it happened in Marinette, and I'm probably mispronouncing that, but Wisconsin.
Marionette.
Yeah, I mean, why? So you're making that up?
Yes.
I was going to say it too, Marionette.
It sounds like it should be Marionette.
Yeah. And Chelsea, so they entered her home. They documented finding horrible living conditions. They then shockingly located a meth bong. They found a black and silver digital scale, some used gem bags with white residue.
Wow.
And a sharps container that had more used and unused hypodermic needles under a child's crib.
Oh, they're going deep, man.
Fabulous.
Wow. That's a good mama.
Yeah.
They're using the baby. They're using
Probably
the baby to hide.
Trump's
Wow. Author thespian Dana Cornelius, new movie on Amazon. I spent the $2.98. Have you watched it?
No.
You haven't? Well, I will. Let me just, and we'll get to that in a few minutes. But I did get a call from Tommy Wiseau, and he said it's the best film he's ever seen. Wow. So, right? Yeah. Do you know who that man is?
No.
Oh, yeah. Great movie years ago called The Room. It is a classic cinematic masterpiece. And Tommy said, greatest flick. It's called Finger Lickin', and it's.
Tommy, I know you're talking about.
Let me just go on record.
It just came in.
Yeah, fucking a big jet just flew by.
I know.
Let me just go on record as saying it's Halloweeny time, and it'll be the best $2.98 you ever spent. If only to see this lovely woman playing are you a psychiatrist or a psychologist?
Psychologist.
So you're a psychologist. Not that it matters in the movie, but you were by far 100% the best thespian in this movie. Did you leave the set sort of thinking that to yourself, or you don't want to piss off the director?
I felt like I was probably one of the most prepared.
Yeah. You looked like you weren't acting. And I'm not saying the rest of the cast weren't professional actors or simply friends of the director or anything like that. What, Dave? No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying
I get it.
That if you want a really scary movie, this movie called Finger Lickin', available on Amazon for $2.98, is worthy of. You may have to skip through some parts, but to get to the parts where they're eating.
I think it's the same producer that did Zombievers. I think so.
Not even close.
Oh, really?
No, not even to. No, not that level. No. Zombievers laughs at finger licking.
Would you be in a movie called Zombievers?
Oh, of course she would. She would. Yeah, you would do it.
If I play a lead.
Yeah. And by the way, she was the lead in this.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't understand. I promised I wasn't going to get into this right now, but I'll probably forget if I don't get to it right now. I don't understand how you are the mother to the black chick, and that scene where you're combing her hair. It looks as though they put black makeup on your arms and on your legs. Yes, it looks that. You haven't seen it yet, but it looks as though they did that. So I thought they were using you for a different role in the same movie. Oh. And then they did a close-up, and then all of a sudden, you're white again.
Oh, no.
So it might have been... So did they... It was shadows?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it must have been. Sounds like it.
That's what they do in the big flicks. You know, they leave the shadow for authenticity.
Yep.
But I love this Dana Cornelius. How long did it take you to shoot that thing? And don't you say 5 seconds.
Well, I had about maybe 11 to 13 scenes. And
Yeah,
it was
you were...
Shot over about 4 days for me.
Yeah, you were in the entire damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to see this beautiful woman in all her glory, you need to watch this movie, Finger Lickin', and it will scare you. No, it
also
will.
watch Roadhouse because the lead actress in that looks. You guys
What,
are
like Dana?
Spitting image.
Oh, is that right?
No.
Kelly Lynch.
Kelly Lynch.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, California teacher punished a student for voting for Trump. No pizza for Trump supporters. Did you check this out, Ralph? You're usually up on this.
I'm surprised I missed that one.
This just came down. A California school teacher right here in the formerly great state of California, she had students do a mock vote for Trump or Harris. Those who voted for Harris were rewarded with a pizza party. Those who voted for Trump
Or expelled.
not only didn't get pizza, they were informed they could not use school supplies, including computers. So listen as the mother of one of the students calls the teacher to confront him.
Yeah, I don't have the number.
Whew. I gotta tell you, man.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be. It really shouldn't be. Especially when it's at the top of the page and it says no pizza Trump. Here, I want to show everyone.
Okay.
Do you have a close-up of me? Here. It says no. Can you read that? It says no pizza Trump.
We got to get our act together when the Kamala shows up.
That's what I'm saying.
She's going to be late. I got plenty of time.
Yeah, okay. And so do I set it up again or what?
Yes.
I really hope not, man. For you who are, because you could be anywhere, my friends, and the fact that you're with us means an awful lot to me. And I was pissed that our producer Tattoo Dave was going to be late today.
That's the problem.
That could have been a blessing. Could have been a blessing. So here we go. This is a mother who called the teacher, and it went like this.
Hello. So I had a couple questions for you. So I heard that Giselle told me that you had mentioned that the kids that are not going to attend the pizza party are the kids who voted other than Kamala.
Wait, say it again?
That you had told
Pause.
the class that whoever votes...
By the way, I obviously dislike this teacher, but I thought the way that was phrased was a little weird, too.
Yeah.
I couldn't understand that.
She's clearly not American.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, wow. Wow, you are batting 1,000 there, Tattoo Dave. Continue.
For Kamala will get a pizza party, but those that don't will not be included in the pizza party.
For Harris?
Yeah.
What period is your daughter in?
I am not sure.
So, I believe only one period 5, had a majority for Harris.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, and to follow that same spirit, because the Democrats are more for feeding the hungry, free medical care, feed more services, just pay higher taxes, that I'll be willing to buy pizza for the class.
Okay.
What did she say? Said,
you are willing to buy pizza for the class for those who win with Harris, right?
for those that voted for Harris?
Yeah.
Is she in period 5? If she's not in period 5, they don't we're just doing a regular day.
Oh, okay. So
She's in period 5. It's the entire class.
just at what period are you with this teacher? 5. So she is in period 5.
Okay. So I'm going to try for tomorrow for pizza, if not Friday.
So the other classes, because they did not vote for Harris, they're not gonna get pizza.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, they can. They just do what the conservatives do, which pay for yourself.
Oh my God.
Are you kidding? Me.
I am going to go on record
Yeah.
and say that the teacher's part of the alphabet community,
but
and especially the T part of the alphabet community.
Yeah, and I'll go on record as saying, why aren't we going to break right now? And also add to that this is a person who is teaching kids, and maybe you didn't notice that he, whoever this is, this teacher, made mention of the fact that only 1 out of 5 classes voted for Kamala. Here in California.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That says a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm loving that. But this is an idiot. Did you hear that? This is an idiot teaching your children. We'll be this after back on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
Like the legend of the Phoenix, all ends with beginnings. What keeps the planet spinning? The force from the beginning. Look. We've come too far to give up who we are. So let's raise the bar and our cups to the stars. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. 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 The present has no ribbon.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Outlaw Radio.
The staccato hoofbeats of a golden palomino, carrying a man who fights wherever justice needs a champion.
Magic Matt Allen.
Oh yeah, Kamala Harris on the show today. An exclusive interview at the top of the hour here on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, on Rumble, and the finest radio stations throughout the country. Thank you for being there. Also, Dana Cornelius, lovely author and thespian, is sort of thesping today, acting as though she's having a good time on the show. You really have to do some acting on that, don't you? But it's good to have a good-looking broad on the show. Hey, Kamala got heckled. Did anybody see this one? For someone who claims to not care about crowd sizes, Kamala Harris certainly brings it up a lot. Listen to her response to hecklers. What are you doing there, Dave?
Nothing.
Yeah. Okay, what I'd like you to do, Ralph, is hide the bottle of bourbon from my producer, okay?
It's not
at least until 5 o'clock.
I'm a little frazzled. I got here late. I jammed to get here. Just give me a break.
I could give him that break. I mean,
you can, Mark?
Well, because he was stressed out when he got in here. He was late. He was.
I don't know. Pros just come in and do the job.
That's why you're. Well.
So, Ralph Odina, is the quote pros just come in and do the job?
That's it.
All right. Okay.
Is that what you do?
Yep.
Okay.
Just come in and do the job.
Okay.
I don't threaten to quit 2 minutes before the show.
No, but you get all slurry.
That is true. That was off the air. But yeah, my brother Mart threatened to quit right before.
No, I didn't threaten to quit. I threatened not to do this certain episode of the show.
You're not gonna get any pizza.
Yeah, no pizza for you, man.
That's fine.
So this gal obviously doesn't, and I did a little fact check, and I think there were about 20 at the max, 2,500 people at this little idiot sticks get together.
Is that all they could afford?
Yeah. You mean to bus in? Yeah, and she doesn't care about crowd sizes, but man, does she bring it out. Listen to her response to hecklers who yelled, "Jesus is Lord." And I'm telling you that because it's tough to understand what they're saying, but it's a very loud Jesus is Lord
Oh, yes.
during her verbal onslaught about abortions. Here we go.
Donald Trump hand-selected 3 members of the United States Supreme Court with the intention that they would undo the protections of Roe v. Wade, and they did as he intended. Oh, you guys are at the wrong rally.
Pause.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing, Dave?
Just thought it was funny.
But explain to me what
You guys are at the wrong rally. It's funny. She's just pathetic.
But they're applauding her. So why is that funny that Kamala is telling her group of constituents, you must be at the wrong rally?
Well, obviously because she's stupid, and that's what I'm thinking.
No, the reason is someone there that you couldn't hear yelled, Jesus is Lord, during her tirade, and they were all 100% on board with this concept that they're at the wrong rally because I guess none of her constituents believe in Jesus Christ.
Well, she obviously doesn't.
It's certainly what other way can you take this than that?
Right. Yeah, of course.
There's no other way.
She's an evil person, man.
100% evil, but there's more. Continue. And the crowd goes nuts. No God here, no Jesus here.
No, I think you meant to go to the smaller one down the street.
Wow.
No cheering.
Smaller one.
Wow.
Dip ass, man.
Yeah. Wow.
She's a miserable person, man.
Isn't that sick?
Look, not everyone has a God in their life, okay? That's a fact
Yes.
of living.
100%.
You know, she could have used different words and had a different response, like, thank you for being here. Or
Right, she could have taken the high road.
Taken the high road.
No,
there's no high road.
You're
with that
talking
one.
about Kamala Harris, who will be
Yeah.
on this show in about 22 minutes. But do you know who you're speaking of, Dana? This is Kamala Harris. Has she ever said anything that made any sense, or wasn't a ripoff of someone else's saying? I mean, my God, this is a vapid creature. This is an idiot stick.
She was raised a middle-class American.
Wait, how many times has she said that?
I don't know.
Every single question she's ever been asked.
You think that's true? And Jim Gaffigan, I'm going to get to all of this, President Trump, because he was spot on at the that Al Smith dinner. My God, he couldn't have been any better. Couldn't have been any better. And Jim Gaffigan, Democrat, 100% dyed-in-the-wool Democrat, Jim Gaffigan, hosted the Al Smith dinner in New York City, and because, while he leans left, that means he went easy on the Democrats, right?
Well,
that would be your cue, then, to play Jim Gaffigan.
President Biden couldn't be here tonight. The DNC made sure of that. You know, this event has been referred to as the Catholic Met Gala. 22% of Americans identify as Catholic. Catholics will be a key demographic in every battleground state. I'm sorry, why is Vice President Harris not here? The Democrats have been telling us Trump's re-election is a threat to democracy. In fact, they were so concerned of this threat, they staged a coup, ousted their democratically elected incumbent, and installed Kamala Harris.
Ouch.
In other words, all her dreams have come true.
Ouch! Ouch! Jim Gaffigan, a 100% dyed-in-the-wool Democrat. You can tell that he's pissed off that Kamala is not there. An opportunity for her to be self-effacing, but you know that at the very least her handlers know she couldn't handle this without a teleprompter. No. And they said no teleprompters, but Trump, at the lectern, he mentioned, they said no teleprompters here, but there are teleprompters here. Is that in case Kamala did show up?
She couldn't handle being roasted either. There's no way.
Did you see that ridiculously quote-unquote comedic thing she did with one of the SNL alumni? Did you see?
That was cringeworthy.
It was, and I'm not. I promise you. You must know this. That I wouldn't say that if it were funny. It can be funny, and I can still dislike Kamala. This was embarrassingly bad.
Hillary, who we do not like, showed up at the Al Smith dinner, and she had some funny laughs.
Yeah, see, because they can be self-effacing.
Well, she was also funny on some of the SNL skits she did.
What, Kamala?
No.
I can't
Hillary.
remember.
Hillary. She was funny years ago when she did a couple skits.
But we're not talking about Hillary. What we're talking about,
you brought her up, did you?
What we're talking about is the dinner in New York and the fact that you would assume if things were going swimmingly that a dude like Jim Gaffigan, who is 100% Democrat, would be on her side and sort of stand up for her. But he's just, and he mentions 22% of America is Catholic. That is a large constituent that she loses. I don't want to be verbose about this or overconfident. So I'm not even going to say it, but son of a bitch, if we can't win against this friggin' vapid idiot stick, we have absolutely no chance in the future with anyone. With anyone. She is the worst. Barack Obama, who is a great politician, but such an evil person, and his compadre there, who, as I understand it, they don't even like each other. The president, they don't even like each other. But they're at a funeral, and they're talking, and there was a lip reader that said, Biden said, I'm a much better candidate, I'm much stronger. And supposedly Barack Obama agreed. This is, I'll get to part one, and I might have time for part two in a second. This is Donald Trump at the dinner, the Alfred E. Newman Smith Memorial Dinner. And it's tradition for all presidential candidates. Apparently, Kamala, well, she couldn't be bothered to attend because she was afraid to leave her husband, Doug, at home with the nanny. And so this would be, I think he knocked it out of the park. I think his comedic timing was great, and whoever wrote this stuff for him is tremendous. Go ahead.
True pleasure to be with you this evening. Amazing pleasure. And these days, it's really a pleasure anywhere in New York without a subpoena for my appearance.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Anytime I don't get a subpoena, I'm very happy. But I know this isn't my normal crowd tonight because it just isn't. It's not my normal crowd. Believe me, my normal crowd is younger, has a lot more energy. But you have certain advantages too, like cash, lots of cash. Tradition holds that I'm supposed to tell a few self-deprecating jokes this evening. So here it goes. Nope, I've got nothing.
That's the greatest line ever.
There's
And it
nothing
goes on.
to say.
It is.
It's the greatest line ever.
I guess I just don't see the point of taking shots at myself when other people have been shooting at me for a hell of a long time.
Pause.
It's been...
I just have to pause real quickly. I know that his comedy writer, when he delivered that line, was saying, no, not a hell of a long time. It's not a hell of a long time. That ruins the joke. You follow me, Ralph?
But he had to ad lib.
Yeah, but he had to ad lib. It's like he wrote it for you perfectly, and
Yeah.
it still worked, but it's not a hell of a long time. Continue.
A long tradition for both Democrat and Republican candidates for President of the United States to attend this dinner. It's a rule. You got to go to the dinner. You got to do it. Otherwise, bad things are going to happen to you from up there. I understand the real reason that she's not here is she's hunting with her running mate, spending a lot of time hunting. The two candidates for president are supposed to exchange good-natured barbs, and we get along very well. I didn't like Biden very much, and now I like him quite a bit. But I don't think Kamala has given up yet. She hasn't. Instead of attending tonight, she's in Michigan receiving communion from Gretchen Whitmer. I know Kamala's word because she spends a lot of time complaining, I won't agree to another debate. But the truth is, I've debated twice this year, once against Joe Biden and once against David Muir of ABC.
Perfection.
There's a group called White Dudes for Harris. Have you seen this? White Dudes for Harris. Anybody know? Are some of you here? White Dudes for Harris? Doesn't sound like it. But I'm not worried about them at all because their wives and their wives' lovers are all voting for me. I'd like to thank our MC this evening, Jim Gaffigan. Most recently, Jim has been playing Tim Walsh on Saturday Night Live. And that'll be a very short gig, I hope, Jim. But it was fun while it lasted, wasn't it? Let's see how that lasts. It better be quick. But unfortunately, Governor Walsh isn't here himself, but don't worry, he'll say that he was. He's going to say Hey, you think this is easy standing up here and doing this? In front of half a room that hates my guts and the other half loves me?
Oh, how good is he?
That's awesome.
How good
That's
is
some
he?
great writing right there.
Oh, wasn't it?
Really good writing.
You know, and after being so damn tired, he had like 4 meetings, and he had a huge interview that was off the hook over at Fox, and he shows up a few minutes late, but this guy is too tired to be president. That's the new narrative from the left. These people are thunderbolts. Did I just make up that word?
Yeah.
Whatever. These
Thunderhead.
these dudes are thunderballs. I think I'll produce a movie called Thunderball, starring a new James Bond, a woke James Bond, a gay James Bond. We'll be this after back. Kamala Harris live interview via satellite on this show today on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, on Rumble, and the finest radio stations throughout the nation. Thank you for being there.
Forget the roofs and the ceilings. Baby, let's party. Get rolling and feeling. Baby, let's party. I'm catching looks to deliver. Throwing my head to the skies. The way you move sends shivers, making the earth sing fire.
Would-be stars, wannabes, and people who just want to hear themselves talk. The demons of decadence, smoking, drinking, and interrupting. Live from an 1876 Virginia City, Nevada-style bar, this is Magic Matt Allen, Outlaw Radio.
Welcome back, my friends and my friendlies. Should be about 10 minutes. Kamala Harris on the show today. Plus, we'll hear from rap legend Lord Jamar, who, I don't know if I should mention this in case her people are listening right now, so I'll wait. But we will hear from him. Did you see Mark Anthony's ad for Kamala Harris using debunked photos of crying migrant toddler? I got to tell you something, man. If it's coming from the left, it's a lie, and it's a dirty, rotten shame. I mean, there was a time when I was not a fan of the Democrats, but everything out of their mouth wasn't a lie. I mean, my God, the Democrats of 22 years ago probably loved America. I got a feeling. And Lizzo descends on Michigan to stump for Kamala Harris as she battles toxic workplace lawsuits.
Was that the earthquake?
Isn't Lizzo the one that, yes, she's the biggin.
She's the biggin.
But she's the biggin who was accused of this workplace misconduct by her employees.
Yes. By her executive assistant.
Yes. And so she's campaigning for Kamala Harris as she continues to battle her own lawsuits accusing her of creating a toxic workplace. And this is Lizzo. How does the left get away with this crap?
Today, the New York Post broke that Tim Walz rewarded a company with $126,000, and that company was violating child labor laws.
Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that happened probably within the last, who knows? But it did happen.
Those kids were going to grow up anyway.
What do you... I got to tell you, and I have no proof of this. I mean, I have no proof that Rosie O'Donnell put her tongue on any of Madonna's naughty parts either. But I have no proof. And this is simply editorial from yours truly on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. Easily found at kamalato.us and the finest radio stations in America. But this guy, if this guy ain't a pedophile, this Tampon Tim, he should be. I mean, if he ain't, I would be totally surprised. And maybe that's an October surprise ready to come out. But would that hurt her campaign more than it's hurt already?
No.
Would that have any impact?
No, because he loves children.
Because is that what you say? Because he loves kids. We're not. And by the way, I want you to know, I want you to take this the wrong way. I ain't laughing about this topic in any way, shape, or form. If I caught someone mistreating a child, I would probably be sent to the big house because I'd probably kill that person.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Yeah, I know that. You know, grew up loving children, done many a magic show for children's hospitals. I love the kids because all they know is what's fed them by adults. Their innocence, which is why I have such a major problem with these friggin' teachers indoctrinating our children. And
they don't know any better, man. They just listen to who they listen to.
Of course they do.
The superior, the whatever. And then they get taught wrong, and that's all they come bring it home. And most of the time, nowadays, their parents are as screwed up as the teachers are.
Well, more.
I hate to say that.
Yeah.
My daughter was a school teacher.
Yeah.
So she tells me stories.
Kids by default believe adults.
Yeah, they do.
By default.
Absolutely.
And by the way, it's too bad that they shouldn't.
Right.
It's too bad that they shouldn't. But a conservative adult, by and large, yes, there are bad and good in all parties.
Yeah.
But my God, I'd rather have a conservative raising my child. Oh, wait a second. Guilty. that happened here. And my daughter, knock on wood, turned out to be a beautiful gal who happens to be an attorney in Columbus, Ohio, and has done exceedingly well in her life thus far. With the exception of this guy she's going to marry. I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't know if he's really bad, but he won't take a stand politically, and that tells me which side of the fence he's on. I don't hate him. Seems like a good dude. Her grandfather on my wife's side, I've always loved this guy, and he's a professor. And certainly on the left. So if I can put up with him, and not even put up with him, I genuinely like the guy. Okay.
You're out of the wedding.
Yeah, I probably. Well, we'll talk to Alexandra today if she'll pick up the phone. My daughter from Columbus, Ohio, right down the street from where they're eating.
Yeah, she's probably listening.
From where they're eating the dogs and eating the cat. No, I know my daughter. She ain't listening. She has no time for this. I ain't got no time for you.
No, my daughter doesn't listen either. Nope.
Who was talking about his daughter? It sounded like a non sequitur. All right. When we return, Kamala Harris on
you
the...
really are an a-hole. I don't know how people like you.
Because you make ridiculous statements. My daughter doesn't listen either?
She doesn't. She can't stand
All right,
this
we'll
show.
be this after back on Magic Matt's Outlaw.
You shouldn't worry, I said that ain't no crime. 'Cause if you get it wrong, you'll get it right next time.
doohickey that rolls.
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time! Our main event! Outlaw Radio.
Hi, this is Sean Young on Outlaw Radio.
Hey, this is Shelley Berman on Outlaw Radio. Listen, come on, listen to me or listen to Matt. If you like being bored, it's great for you.
It's Robert Hayes. I'm here on Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt, a.k.a. The Weasel. We are here to drink. We're here to smoke. We're here to interrupt. You may drink. You may smoke. You may interrupt, but I'm here to...
Live from the Lighten Up Lounge, this is Dom DeLuise saying, this is Outlaw Radio.
Hi, this is Chuck Woolery at Lighten Up Lounge on Outlaw Radio. Lots of fun, guys. Be back 2 and 2.
Hi, this is Gilbert Gottfried, and you're listening to Outlaw Radio, where we smoke, we drink, and occasionally we bother people who look old and weak.
Hi, this is Rick Dees with Magic Matt, a.k.a. Mr. Cigar, in the Lighten Up Lounge. We drink, we smoke, we interrupt.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. The First Lady, my friends, Kamala Harris, live via satellite on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
Knew she would come into the studio.
She's busy avoiding dinners in New York City. So,
She's not the First Lady, but okay. That would be Jill Biden.
First Lady wannabe.
Yeah. Well, now wait a second.
Yeah.
No, so they're listening right now, and she won't come on with us.
She's going to defend herself.
So is Kamala there, Tattoo Dave?
No, she's her people called, and apparently she's running late.
When were you going to tell me this?
When you asked.
Okay, so she ran late at the Brett Baer interview, and she's running late today. But we will, please believe me when I tell you, she promised.
Well,
yeah,
we'll see
Ralph.
what happens.
There's that.
Okay. I'll come back here and I'll just wait until I hear the theme song, and then holy moly!
It's under a new number.
I guess so. Yeah. What are we doing there, Dave? What are we doing?
I'm going to do this. How about this?
The Tattoo Dave Show.
And, of course, it's the wrong number.
What the hell are we doing, man?
So 716 isn't Goodall?
I had it.
It's not Goodall?
It's backwards.
Let
It's
me
7.
just say.
Oh, my God.
So it's not Goodall?
No, it's not.
71.
Let me just say.
So how about you just put Goodall in there? That would be the second way. I can't.
I hope her people are not listening.
Yeah, no kidding. There's no way Kamala's coming on. Okay. Oh my God. Have you been studying at college radio school the last week? Because you were so good last week, Tattoo Dave. I mean,
he was good on 88.5 last week. I think I heard him over there.
Here we are. We're off by about 5 numbers. Here we go.
You heard him on the. You heard him on the college
Northridge,
station.
Cal State Northridge.
Yeah. Was he talking up some meatloaf?
Hey, thanks, Marty. While you were gone, I met Motley Crue's sister at the grocery store.
Okay.
Oh, that's great.
Sit back and relax. It's time for Goodall's Country Kitchen.
Oh, Barry, how are you, bud?
Good. How about yourself?
Well, not too good. It's just, this is not a well-oiled machine today, man. I don't know
what's going on.
I don't know if it's. I don't know if it's the fact that Tattoo Dave is trying to. Well, no. If he were showing off, he'd do everything correctly. I was going to say for Dana Cornelius, the beautiful blonde here in the studio, who's a thespian, and I might recommend a movie for you. It's on Amazon. Very Goodall. It's called Finger Lickin', and it is scary. It is, for this time of the year, a little Halloweeny, scary. And I'm not going to give away the punchline, but, by the title, Finger Lickin', I sort of figured it out before I watched the damn movie. But this lovely woman sitting with her, boy, Dana was off the hook. she was the only actor in this entire movie, which I thought was really cool. Right?
Yeah,
Dana?
Yeah, well written.
You haven't seen
I haven't seen it.
Hold on. Did you say well written?
She chose it on the script.
Did you? So when you read the script, you said, I'm in?
Actually, I didn't even read the script.
Yeah, okay. Because if she had, Dana would have said, I'm out. I mean, no. But her part, it's worthy watching because you see that beautiful blonde, Dana Cornelius.
Did they throw you a shekel or two?
Okay, that's
talent.
yeah.
Listen to that little evil
Not
laugh.
talent.
Yeah, shekel, but no money. Hey, speaking of no money, you making any money with your good old country kitchen there, Barry?
Oh, a little.
Yeah, he's on YouTube. He's a YouTube phenom, and he goes from place to place
love him.
all around Kentucky. And I'll tell you what, if you're not hungry before you watch one of his videos, you will be hungry afterward because he makes everything look so good. And
You don't know nothing about chicken fried steak.
Oh man, he doesn't eat enough chicken fried steak, but he does eat enough fried chicken, and he goes to the greatest chicken joints, including a whole thing where he went to supermarket chicken joints and tried those, and it was Vaughn's. I think it's Vaughn's, or is it Ralph's, a.k.a. what is the name of the store?
Kroger.
Is it Kroger in your neck of the woods?
Yeah, Kroger, it's a major chain, grocery chain.
Yes.
Yeah, and so out of all of these restaurant fried chicken joints, Kroger came out number one, as it does. Does it here in Southern California, or is
What
that?
do you mean? What do you mean? Kroger owns Ralph's. I mean, that's the whole thing. So they have great chicken,
And it's not great.
Right.
It's not great here.
I think it's good. Hey, but can I tell
you? You mean compared to Vaughn's, aka Albertsons?
Yes.
Right. The Albertsons is way better.
It is better.
It is
way
it is.
better.
But I don't know if they have a subsidiary of Albertsons / Vaughn's in Kentucky, though. That I wonder what that would be. I don't know what their parent company is. But yeah, Vaughn's is good chicken, aka Kroger, but it's not as good as the Albertsons / Vaughn's here in Southern California. Yes, Mart?
Okay, hey Barry, this is Marty. So I was at work yesterday.
He's up a little loud there, Dave.
I was at work yesterday, and I went to Jolly. You've heard of Jollibee?
No.
Jollibee is like a chain around here. I don't know if it's just Southern California or it's where else. But
no, they're in New York.
So I tried Jollibee for the first time yesterday. It blew me away. Their chicken,
no kidding.
Their chicken was off the freaking hook good. So their mashed potatoes and gravy hug you when you eat them, man. It's that good.
Did you get the spaghetti too?
We did not get the spaghetti.
Yeah, they're known for their spaghetti. But Barry Goodall, there's a place that you can't visit because there are none in Kentucky.
Yeah.
That's why you got to.
Never heard of it.
That's why.
Well, look up Jollibee. Don't get all mad with me, Barry.
So give me the latest. Give me the latest. What have you visited as of late? And you posted up there on YouTube under Goodall's Country Kitchen.
Well, my latest upload was a place called Amazing Thai. Thailand.
Yep. Yeah.
Really good, and it happened to be right down the street from my house. It just opened up, and it has the best crab rangoon I ever had in my life.
Okay, wait a second. So this is your latest. I watched it, and I'm trying to figure out what is so good about this crab rangoon, and are you sure they make it in the kitchen, and it isn't some frozen stuff that they buy from some dispensary?
Well, if it's like frozen out of a bag, it's whatever distributor they're getting it from, it's incredible.
I'm a huge,
because, like I said, it's the best I ever had.
I am a huge fan of crab rangoon.
Thin crust and very good.
See, there's what do they put in there? They put sour. Is it sour cream? No, not sour cream. It's cream cheese.
Cream cheese and crab.
Yeah, I love that stuff.
Yeah, it's good.
I really do.
Most of the time, there's not enough meat in there, though. That's what bothers me.
Right? Is it meaty? Is it crabby? Is it cheesy?
No, it doesn't have a whole lot of meat. Just enough crab in it that you can taste it.
Yeah.
But it's just a perfect blend in the texture of the what do you call it?
The wonton.
Not crust, but wonton. Exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, how do you feel, Barry Goodall of Goodall's Country Kitchen on YouTube? How do you feel about sort of displacing Kamala Harris, who's supposed to be on with us right this second?
Well, I wasn't aware that she was going to be with you all tonight. Am I like a stand-in?
Well, until she gives
Y'all
it.
brought me in because you no show.
She's been running late.
Until she gives us the thumbs up, then you're on with us. You know, until her people get to us. But I will tell you. Now, if they're listening, they're going to hate this. I'd rather talk to Barry Goodall. He does my heart good. He
100%.
Yeah, he called me the other day. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? But just in a.
I'll at least answer your questions.
That's true.
Funny.
Man, he was sitting outside this great friggin' barbecue joint out in the parking lot and eating what I thought. Do you call them burnt tips there in Kentucky, or is there another name for them?
I've never heard of burnt tips. What item is this?
You know, it's a barbecued, and it's the burnt tips, but it's the tips.
Oh,
Burnt ends.
Yeah,
burnt ends. Okay.
Yeah, burnt ends.
So different than tips.
Oh, you said burnt chips.
Yeah, burnt chips.
That's what I thought he said.
By the way, one of the most fantastic morning radio personalities in San Diego.
Oh,
yeah, burnt chips. Oh, yeah, in the morning. Good morning. Whack, whack.
100.3.
Hey, guys, I got to interrupt you. Kamala's calling in right now.
She's her people?
Yes.
All right. Hey, Barry, I love you dearly. I want you to check out his YouTube channel. It's Goodall's Country Kitchen. If you like food, you're going to love this. Dana, do you ever watch any of them YouTube foodie sort of channels, or are you more politics? You do?
I do.
Well, but sometimes he'll even eat vegetables, which is for you, Dana.
Is that true, Barry?
Yeah.
After they inside the cow, he will.
Every now and then I will eat some vegan food.
Yeah, see that? See that?
It's called salad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's an equal opportunity food offender. Barry Goodall, I love you dearly, my friend. My friend from Kentucky, Louisville. Man, he's
Love you too, Matt.
See that? I love. He just does my heart good.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Oh, I love him. Barry Goodall. Okay, so you're saying they're ready?
They're ready.
Okay, we'll see about this. All right. Kamala Harris, you probably know the name. She's sort of ubiquitous these days. And our guest only has a few minutes to spend with us.
She's a busy woman.
Well, so let's get right to it. Joining us live via satellite is presidential candidate, ladies and gentlemen, Kamala Harris.
Hello there.
Can you hear us okay, Kamala?
Yeah, hello there.
Yeah,
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
It's a pleasure to be here, Matt.
All right. Thank you, Kamala. I'd like to start by talking about your childhood, if I may.
Sure. I grew up in a middle-class household. I was raised by a hard-working mother. And at age 15, I took a Greyhound bus from Everett, Washington to California.
Is that right?
Wow.
Sounds oddly identical to my own story.
You have a lot in common already.
Yeah, never mind. Let's fast forward to 1994. You were married to a state medical board. No, you were named to a state medical board and given a hefty salary by a married man you were having an affair with, California politician, the one and only, right down the street from us here in Southern California, in San Francisco, California politician Willie Brown. Is that right?
That's correct, Matt. I'm like quarterback Colin Kaepernick. Nobody knew who I was until I got on my knees.
Well, that relationship ended in 1996, Kamala. Did you learn anything from that, Kamala Harris?
Yes, I did. I discovered that. Rib condoms. They do not taste like ribs at all.
Is that right, Kamala? Rib condoms don't taste like ribs. Okay. Well, anyway, fast forward 28 years, and here you are, Kamala Harris, running for president of the United States. You have come a long way, baby, since then, Kamala.
That's right. I went from deep throat to deep state.
Yeah, well, let's shift gears for a moment to Hurricanes Helene and Milton. These are reports that we don't have enough money to help the victims. And we've done some fact checking, and it seems like we may or may not have the money. But according to FEMA, these disastrous storms, FEMA gave away the funds to illegal immigrants. Is that true?
Matt, let me stop you right there.
Okay.
Do you know what FEMA stands for? It stands for funneling emergency money to anybody but American citizens.
Is that right? Kamala, thousands of people in North Carolina, Georgia, and Florida are still stranded and have absolutely nothing. What is your message to them?
My message to them is to move on. Let's move on. Like Marie Antoinette said, let them eat cats.
Next topic, Kamala Harris, if you don't mind. I find it interesting that the people who think men can get pregnant are suddenly worried about misinformation on Twitter. So, Kamala, if I may call you Kamala, what exactly is your position on free speech and censorship?
Let me be clear, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you should be able to say whatever you want, so long as you don't hurt anyone's feelings.
I say that too.
Or disagree with me.
Aha, yeah. Well, let's get to some questions from the old demons of decadence here on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. First up is my brother, Mart.
I'd just like to know what you're going to do about our border crisis. It's out of control. The border is out of control. What are you going to do about that?
All right.
Right, Marty. Our southern border is out of control, and there is no excuse for it. That's why my plan is to install moving sidewalks and courtesy trams at the border.
Is that right?
Like the complimentary shuttle service they have at the Mickey and Friends parking garage at Disneyland.
Okay, Kamala, the next question comes from my good friend, Mark Boyer. Is his microphone up there? Let's make sure Mark Boyer's microphone is up. And Mark, are you ready for your question to I want to call her the First Lady, but she's the Vice President.
Right.
Yeah, see,
First Lady's Jill Biden.
See what
it's all messed up. We don't even know who our president is.
See what a caveman I am. See what a caveman. Am I not accepting of a female vice president? Certainly not. Okay. So, Mark, your question to Kamala Harris?
I'd like to get your thoughts on transgenders in women's sports.
Absolutely, Mark. That is a very important matter to me. I don't know if you are aware of this, but doctors are reporting a startling rise in testicular injuries among female athletes.
Isn't that, see, that I knew something like that was going on.
Yeah.
See, I don't think that's where Mark was going, though, with that question, Kamala. Let me tell you something. I can't believe, Mark, is that really the answer you were looking for?
No, it was not.
Okay, Kamala, any retort?
Let me tell you something, Matt. Do you know why transgenders swim faster than biological females?
No.
It's because they have a rudder.
They have a rudder.
Whoa.
First of all, Dave.
Yeah, is that right? Yeah, okay, next question from producer Dave, and it sounds like Kamala will probably be cut off on her answering this. But so producer Tattoo Dave, you have a question for Kamala Harris, don't you?
Yeah, Kamala, it's not a pleasure, but it seems like in our economy is the brink of collapse.
By the way, whether you like her or not, she agreed to do our show.
I understand.
So putting her down is probably not the best thing to do if we want her to stay on with us.
Well, we'll see what happens. She's going to have to defend herself. It seems like our economy is on the brink of collapse. What are you going to do to fix it?
Have you been drinking? You sound like you need to be unburdened by what has been. But getting to your question, our economy is so bad right now. Even Joe Biden's job was outsourced to an Indian.
Is that right? And I think she said, yeah, Kamala said, I think unbourboned is what she said. That's pretty clever, knowing that Tattoo Dave, on occasion,
drinking the bourbon,
will suck down some bourbon. Okay. Well, so hold on a second. So Joe Biden's job is outsourced to an Indian. Kamala, I thought you were black.
I am, Matt. The results are in, and I do have African DNA in me. It is Montel Williams. But let me be clear, Matt. The key to America's financial stability is making sure everyone pays their fair share of taxes. That's why on day one in office, I'm going to tax people's daylight savings. You heard me right.
Shocking.
I'm going to tax people's daylight savings.
Yeah.
And to America's young people, I say study, get a good job, and work hard. Then we will redistribute your money to someone who did not.
One last question, Kamala, and this one is from my friend Ralph Odierna, who is, it has been a blue state for many, many years, New York. He's from the Bronx. and you have a question for Kamala, I understand.
Yes, thank you, Madam Vice President. I have heard you say repeatedly that you are not Joe Biden and you are not Donald Trump, and it's time that Americans want to turn the page forward or over.
Good question. Yeah.
However, you've been part of the administration for the last 3.5 years. Aren't you the page that they want to turn?
Look, Ralph, let's get to the point. If Donald Trump was going to harm America, he would have done it during his first term. And if I was going to help America, I would have done it during my first term. As far as the president is concerned, let me be clear, I am not Joe Biden. I'm twice the stupidity without the dementia.
Wow.
Some people say that voting for me after dropping Joe Biden is like crapping your pants and changing your shirt.
So it's like crapping your pants and changing your shirt.
Yeah.
Wow. To hear that from Kamala is pretty interesting. that they may be onto something, Kamala.
Remember, I'm the candidate who banned plastic straws but handed out drug needles.
Yep.
I'm the candidate who labeled gun groups as terrorists but let George Floyd protesters loot, burn, and kill. Elect me so I can finish destroying America.
Well, I don't know. Is that what we want as Americans? I'm not. I'm not certain. But she's convincing as vice president running for president. She seems to be pretty much on point here, at least with her messaging today on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. Kamala, appreciate you spending time with us on this lowly radio show, heard and watched on YouTube and on Rumble and the finest radio stations in America. Kamala.
Matt, I'm hearing a lack of
Thank
passion.
you, Matt. Let me close by saying we will not go back. We will not go back to Donald Trump's low inflation, affordable housing, rising income, and secure borders. And we must remember that we are one nation, under fraud, clearly visible, with bribery and corruption for all.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kamala Harris. That's Kamala Harris. You were about to say, Dana?
I'm hearing a lack of passion in her voice.
Yeah. No kidding?
Yeah.
Oh, because I'm feeling it.
I heard nothing but truth.
It seemed like truth to me. And by the way,
So you change your vote?
It was listen, little rough in spots, but it could have gone much worse. It could have gone
Absolutely.
yeah, right.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty smooth for what it was.
Could have gone much worse.
Yep.
And by the way, what other radio show today can tout having Kamala Harris on their show? Right.
It was nice of her to join us for sure.
Well, especially since we're coming apart. But
she doesn't do interviews, really. But
well, no, but that's why I was sort of surprised that she was spot on in her answering, and she did. There was no filibustering there, as far as I heard.
And she did use my name correctly too, which I like because I corrected her. So yeah, or corrected you, and then
Yeah,
So I
that's
appreciate that.
That is Kamala Harris, and thank goodness her people allowed her to be on the show today. And especially, I wonder. See, I have a few more questions, but they only allot us X number of seconds with her. But I just wonder if so. She's no longer listening, right?
No. I said goodbye.
So I can probably say this. I wonder if her legs were akimbo while we were interviewing her today.
No.
Because it seems to me that most of the time that has been sort of her success is legs in that way. And by the way, Madonna did the same damn thing, open them up for every program director to get her song on the air. I've never had a problem with that, with the exception of Kamala Harris, being that, I guess I can say this now, right? She's
Yes.
not, okay.
Yes, you're good.
Being a bit vapid, and my God, do you want her anywhere near that hair trigger and that button to blow up another nation? Not even close. And those conservative women, most of you, that 99% of you, I don't have the stats in front of me, but don't want a female for president. How about you, Dana? Do you have a problem with a female for president if she's the right female?
Look, I just want a president to do his job.
Yes, to do his job.
His.
You answered the question for me. We'll be this after back on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
Ain't that cold? Be a downside. Wanna buy a new car, but the price ain't right. Ain't that cold? Be a downside cheaper, just a good. Start riding a bike. Listen, they're making milk out of powder. Yeah, they are. Got the babies crying. Poor baby, they know what that stuff is. Rent's gone up higher. Yes, it is. Got the parents lying. Lord, it's a real motherfucker, yeah. Make you wanna run for cover, yes, it will. And if you look, you will discover, yeah. Lord, it's a real motherfucker. Good God. Listen, got to go to a disco. Throw your troubles away. Dance to the music, yeah, that the DJ plays. Well, all right. And then the lights come on, yeah, like you knew they would. That cold. Gone home and face the music. That don't sound too good. Ain't that cold? Listen. Lord, it's a real motherfucker. It'll make you wanna run for cover, yeah. And if you look, you will discover, yeah. Lord, it's a real motherfucker, yeah. Oh!
Plantains, by any other name, are still bananas. And now there's a new game in town led by an hombre named Matt. A poker-playing, cigar-smoking, barbecue-eating talker. They call him Magic in these parts. And he's made bananas a kind of art form. The kind of talking that makes people sit up and bark at the moon.
Don't live his fate.
Ordinary just got better. Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt Allen.
If y'all just tuned in, you missed our exclusive interview with Kamala Harris live via satellite on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, on Rumble, and the finest radio stations in the nation. And during that interview, I almost felt a rumble from the earth as though my buddy, comedy writer Pete in Eugene, Oregon, or outside of Eugene, but that neck of the woods, spinning in his grave as the interview was going on.
Isn't he still alive?
Okay, that's I felt it though. Yeah, I hope he's still alive. But he is a great comedy writer.
He didn't write that?
What?
He didn't write that?
Write what? Of course he did.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Hi, Ralph. Welcome to the
why
show.
is he spinning in his grave on his own stuff?
Because of the way we probably delivered it, he's saying, "Oh man, it's and he's thinking to himself, "Oh, at least it's not my name on that."
Now it is.
I'm glad it's Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
We had to make it better,
and not Pete Colburn's Outlaw Radio.
I embellished a little bit. You embellished a little bit
because you wanted to make it funny.
Oh, and P.S. I noticed we have many new subscribers because of this, and they will probably not only will all those subscribers looking forward to Kamala Harris on the show, who have now subscribed, brand new subscribers, it'll probably go back to where we were and less than that now, and there will be unsubscribers all over America because of what they just heard.
Well, according to Gavin Newsom, he's going to ban this because it's a political commercial that was based in parody.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course. Yeah, and a lot of new listeners, and by the way, and viewers to us on YouTube and on Rumble, and I appreciate that. So if you're one of us, meaning you're a lover of the United States of America and a conservative, then know that you've come to the right place, regardless of the interview with Kamala Harris. I'm trying to tell you that you found yourself situated in the correct spot, right, Ralph? I mean, if you love America,
absolutely. And by the way, I'd like to thank Wisconsin because Trump just moved up 2 points in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
In the swing state.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, he did.
See, I don't want to jinx it, man. I know, Ralph.
Big Mo.
Yeah, there's no jinxing it anymore, man. If we don't win, there is some serious.
Did you just hear that? See, okay, it's not officially jinxing it.
You can't spike the football before you get in the end zone.
100%. And
True.
Tattoo
yeah,
Dave,
but you can throw the ball through the hoops.
Tattoo Dave, I'm very scared. You know, we're a little gun shy.
Of course, as we should be.
I don't have any guns.
From 4 years ago, aren't you, Ralph, a little bit?
There are such great signs. The hurricane parts of North Carolina, their early voting, which is Trump country, is up by 4 times from last year.
Yeah.
I have a story. Where the hell?
And that is all Trump country.
Let me find this here. Hold on a second.
Well, that's what they thought was their saving grace.
Did you mail in your ballot?
This is
no. I go to. I'm old fashioned. I vote.
Me too, man. Me too.
I do the Chris Farley thing and walk into and knock the whole booth down.
But I encourage anybody that may not be able to get inside, early vote often, and keep mailing them in.
I'm trying to find this.
Well, yeah.
Somebody on CNN or MSN, they went to polling stations, and they just, no, that's not it.
It was MSNBC.
Oh, so wait, is it that? Yeah, and
they couldn't find a.
They couldn't find, even though this area of that state was dyed-in-the-wool, not Trump country, but conservative country. It seems to me that out of 60 or 100 people, you'd find one Kamala Harris voter. Nope. Now, is it because they were afraid to say? I mean, that could be.
0.
No, nobody's ever afraid to say they're voting Democrat.
Well, that used to be the case, though. You're spot on there, Ralph. I don't think that's the case anymore. Our young black brethren have come into the fold, man, and they're saying enough of this crap.
Right. But they would say, I'm voting Harris, and then go in and pull the lever for Trump.
Yeah, you think?
And by the way, the day after that Al Smith dinner, did you see Trump go through that black barbershop in the Bronx?
And they're just loving him.
He walked in like a boss, and he was affable, and everybody was shaking his hand.
Yeah.
she would never go into a hostile territory like that.
Yeah.
And meet the people.
Hostile because
You would assume.
because those folks are not her people.
Well, the Bronx has never voted for a Republican president.
Ever. And the Bronx, I mean, it's sort of a telltale sign that New York is not off the table, and Trump knows that as well.
Yeah.
He's down, what, 8 points?
Yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
I mean, he's already got Long Island, right?
But yes, but you know, he needs 4 or 5 or 6 Long Islands.
What he needs is Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, and the Bronx. Staten Island is Trump territory.
100%.
But it
always has been.
What kills him is truly Manhattan and Brooklyn, which are the 2 biggest boroughs.
Yeah, well, Manhattan with 11 million people
and Brooklyn with 6.
Yeah. So what's? Oh yeah, I was going to say what's going on, but I answered my own question. A lot of those folks who can't afford to live in Manhattan, they live in Brooklyn.
Right.
But they're the same ilk, you know, the same woke sort of ilk. Yeah, they do.
I tie my sweater around my neck.
No, that's Connecticut.
I put a tattoo on my face. I think I'm a tough guy, but I work as an accountant.
Right.
Oh yeah.
That's who those folks are. Those folks. Hey, let's get to part 2 of Donald Trump at the Al Smith dinner. Since you brought this up, the Alfred E. Newman Smith dinner, and man, did I love the fact that Chuck Schumer was sitting there right next to Trump during the entire thing. Whose idea was that? I mean, whoever put that together?
The Cardinal.
You know, if it was the Cardinal,
it's the Cardinal.
God bless him. And by the way, God bless you, Cardinal. And behind Trump, did you notice? The majority, I would say 8 out of 10 of those behind Trump while he's giving his speech were for Trump. And then you saw one guy with that nasty look on his face. You can tell it's like, oh, I hate this. Oh, I can't stand this. This is part 2, Donald Trump at the Al Smith dinner. And I play this because the man was spot on, funny, exhilarating, and he knew to show up. Kamala Harris did not show up because she is incapable of any sort of ad lib or even reading comedy from a page.
Do you think this hurt her a lot for not showing up?
I don't a lot. I think it hurt her. I don't know about a lot, but she needs every friggin' shot.
That's the point,
right?
It gave her nothing. And she needs even a half a point, a quarter of a point, and she got nothing.
Nothing.
Reverse.
Because Trump, who is afraid of nothing and no one, said, I'm there. And I love the fact that he talked about how this was a special place for him because his father used to take him there as a child. You know, he's been doing this for years.
And but even acknowledged even a room full of people that hate him.
Yeah, of course.
It's great. It's just great. It was great.
Yeah, because he's a real guy. Love him, hate him, he's a real guy. Yeah. He's the guy you want running our country.
Non-politician.
He proved himself for 4 stinking years, for God's sakes. This is part 2, Donald Trump at the lectern at the Al Smith dinner.
Chuck Schumer is here looking very glum.
Glum.
He looks glum.
Pause. I want you to know, in case you didn't see this, he's patting him. You know, it's sort of like what was the comedian that Johnny Carson loved to death, British guy, and there was the bald guy on his.
Oh,
on his
yeah.
And he'd always pat him. Benny Hill.
Yeah.
So he's almost patting him on the head like
the bald guy.
Like Benny Hill used to pat the bald guy.
By the way, have you noticed how Chuck Schumer's starting to look like Al Davis, Grandpa in the Munsters?
Oh yeah. By the way, knew him dearly. We used to, speaking of Pete Colburn, my writer there in Oregon, we used to call him at least once a week. Because that guy would pick up the phone, he would do anything, not simply for publicity, just so people would know he was alive. And that guy was out of his mind, but talented. Oh yeah, the guy who played. Yeah. I can't remember his name right now, but he played the grandpa, Al Lewis. Al Lewis. God rest your soul, man. He was a good guy, and he was great fodder for the show.
Well, you got Dad a gig playing at one of Al's events in Vegas, didn't you?
No, that's Al Davis, who was the owner of the Raiders.
Right, I got the wrong last name. It's Al Lewis.
Oh, because you said Al Davis. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, if Al Lewis, I don't think Al Lewis had that kind of.
He didn't
coin.
coach a team.
No, I don't think he ever managed a team or owned a team. But Al Lewis he's in the great Munster heaven upstairs. This is more of Donald Trump at the Al Smith dinner.
But look on the bright side, Chuck, considering how woke your party has become.
Great line.
If Kamala loses, you still have a chance to become the first woman president. The issue of this race is child care, and Kamala has put forward a concept of a plan. A lot of people don't like it. The only piece of advice I would have for her in the event that she wins would be not to let her husband, Doug, anywhere near the nannies. Just keep him away. I used to think the Democrats were crazy for saying that men have periods. But then I met Tim Waltz. Boom! I better wrap up because Mayor Adams told me earlier that I needed to make this one very quick, especially the city has reserved this room for a large group of illegal aliens coming in from Texas.
That's unbelievable. It really is.
It's not unbelievable.
How good is that?
It's so good.
How good is that?
Perfect. Yeah.
And the broad taking.
I want to know who that broad was.
No, but the broad above him to the left, who was not on camera, attempting to take all of his wealth and prosecuting him into the effing ground. He's there with bad actors, and he doesn't care.
No.
He doesn't care.
It was literally flawless.
But damn it, didn't we learn that when he was almost assassinated, that this man, it's not a show. This ain't a show. That's who he is.
Yes.
And he's a good guy. He's a good guy, and he's a real man. So this toxic masculinity, stuff it up your ass. Yeah. I'm so tired. By the way, I guess I'm showing my toxic masculinity.
Yes, you are.
Dana, when I say that, what do you think about me? Do you think, oh, man, curb it. Get on the mic. Dana Cornelius.
I think you have every right to feel angry.
Yes.
Right? And what we're doing is we're raising our voice literally and figuratively.
Yep.
Because we want to be heard.
Yes.
We want to be heard, and you want to be heard. Now, I want to offer this into the conversation.
Dana Cornelius, thespian and book writer. She wrote a cool book called You Were Taller Over the Phone.
So she's a novelist.
She is, and it's a dating tips, and I recommend it. You Were Taller Over the Phone by the beautiful.
I give up on dating, man. It's evil.
By the beautiful Dana Cornelius.
Yeah,
Yes.
I have too.
Yes. Go ahead.
I think Trump made some poor relationship decisions early on, and he was
meaning in his cabinet.
No. Early on in his life.
Give me an example. One example.
I think
personal.
Reverend Al Sharpton.
Yeah, I mean, even though divorce and remarriages are very popular now, I mean, he's not an exception to infidelity and all that.
Right.
So, those are things that I don't forget. But I do think that his first term in office really made him grow up. He grew up in those 4 years. He is not the same man.
Do you know what
That's my opinion.
What my opinion, the one thing that really changed him and truly made Trump grow up was almost being killed.
Right.
And
yes.
And by the way, I believe that brought him close with the Lord.
Absolutely.
If it had to.
Absolutely.
I mean, because no matter how you slice it, if he hadn't turned his head at that specific freaking moment,
dead.
He's a dead man.
Tenth of a second, not even moment.
He's a dead man.
Yes.
The guy was scoped in on his face, on his head. Yeah.
So he's a changed man.
Oh yeah, definitely. Do you know that there are people out there that actually think that he faked that?
Oh no, of course.
Yes,
people
Have you heard that?
Some of my coworkers.
Yeah.
The very next day, I went to work on a Monday or something.
Yeah.
They said, "Oh, that was like a fake blood, and it was fake
Right.
this, and
Like
it was fake."
he had a blood pill in his
Yes,
hand. He goes
that's
like
what
this.
yeah.
And it comes out.
I like you guys. So the fireman that got killed,
Right.
that was fake also.
That was all fake.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Right,
on national news
Yeah.
live all across
Idiots,
America.
No, but this is what you say.
QAnon
Let's
people.
assume it's fake.
Yeah.
How tough are you to go a millimeter away from a speeding bullet?
No kidding.
Could you do it?
No, not in any way, shape, or form. Hey, speaking of Smith, we were the Al Smith dinner. Stephen A. Smith from that sports channel is a bit honked off at a certain former president. Who is that? You'll find out next on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, on Rumble.
Done me wrong, your time is up. You took a sip from the devil's cup. You broke my heart, there's no way back. Move right out of here, baby. You've done me wrong, your time is up. You took a sip from the devil's cup. You broke my
What's going on, all my Radio Land lovers? It's Tattoo Dave here, Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. Just can't tell you how much we appreciate you. We're reaching out to say thank you. We hope you enjoyed the Kamala interview because it's very rare and it's hard to get. And, you know, she went out of her way to come here even though she was late. And, you know, she actually was able to answer all the questions, which is bizarre. So thank you for listening, and we really enjoy you guys. And we pray that you all tell friends and tell two friends and so on and so forth, and come back and watch us every Saturday at 3 p.m. or 6 p.m. or whatever time it is in your neck of the woods. Anyway, thanks a lot. We love you. Thank you. Thank you.
They brag a man has walked in space, but you can't even find my place. There ain't nothing you can do, 'cause I've had enough of me, baby, being part of you. Just who do you think you are? This time you've gone too far. Just who do you think you are? Take it like a man, baby, if that's what you are, 'cause I'm moving on up. You're moving on now. Moving on up. Nothing can stop me. Moving on up. You're moving on now. Time to break free. Nothing can stop me. Moving on up, moving on up, moving on up. Moving on up, moving on up, moving on up. Moving on up, moving on up, moving on up. Moving on up, moving on up. Moving on up. You're moving on now. Moving on up. Nothing can stop me. Moving on up. You're moving on now. Time to break free. Nothing can stop me. Moving, moving, moving. Nothing. Nobody knows you.
This is Outlaw Radio.
All right, how about this dude? We've been talking about and playing some clips from Donald Trump at the Al Smith dinner. Another Smith. Speaking of Smith, from ESPN, EIEIO, bit honked off at a certain president in an attempt to guilt black male voters. I think we've all seen this, those who care about America. A desperate Barack Hussein Obama told a crowd that the reason they weren't supporting Kamala Harris is because they are sexist. Because that worked so well when they did the same thing with Hillary Clinton in 2016, didn't it? That comment didn't sit well with TV personality / radio host and a dude who is far lefty, man. This guy is a lefty. Enjoy Stephen A. Smith.
Go any further, I want you to hear exactly what this man had to say.
Barack Obama.
I'm speaking to men directly now. Part of it makes me think that, well, you just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president. That's not acceptable.
Respectfully, President Obama, what you said is not acceptable. Is it possible that the only reason some black folks may not be inclined to vote, or they may be a bit disenchanted, or dare I say may even be willing to go as far as voting for Trump, is it possible that it's policy as opposed to misogyny, inflation, the cost of living, the price of gas, the price of groceries? That don't matter? Immigration and our borders, and this belief that there's an elevated level of sensitivity towards them, as opposed to black folks struggling, if not starving, in this country. Yes, that plays a role too. When the mayor of New York was talking about $53 million in prepaid credit cards for immigrants who came across our borders illegally and having prepaid credit cards for them. And I said, wait a minute, black folks been starving for years. We ain't get that.
Yep.
You don't think they noticed?
Oh, love that. You don't think they noticed? Because they don't think they noticed.
Yeah.
They don't think that, Ralph.
No.
They don't think they noticed.
No, they don't care because they feel they got the vote locked up and it won't affect it.
They haven't for about 30 days now.
Right.
They know that they don't have the black vote locked up.
But I'm talking when this happened a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
They completely, every election cycle, they diss black people until 6 months before the election.
Yeah, but talk about now.
No, I'm agreeing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Black folks, especially black men,
Yep.
are fed up.
Yes.
I think even the black women.
No,
I'm telling you,
we haven't come that far yet.
By the way,
I hope you're right.
By the way, certainly more black women than ever before.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
But here's the difference. Black men don't get the same government services as black women. That's why they've always voted for Democrats.
Very much so, because it takes care of the kids.
And the SNAP and the EBT and
Yes.
all of that.
Yes.
And notice how many fast food places and 7-Elevens are all accepting EBT now.
Of
It's
course.
ridiculous.
That's been going on for a long
But
time.
I got to tell you, Stephen A. Smith, man, here's a guy, dyed-in-the-wool Democrat, 100%. I don't know if he's woke. I don't think he's a woke guy, but he's a classic left guy. Yes. He's a classic Democrat. He has seen the light. Who do you think he's voting for? You think he's voting for Kamala?
Not a chance.
I don't think there's a chance in hell Stephen A. Smith is voting for Kamala Harris. You know, I want to get into this with Dana Cornelius as to her friends, because she has friends on the right and the left. Unlike me, because all of my lefty friends have left me.
Oh, they have little voodoo dolls with you with sticking pins in them.
No, they have.
I'm surprised you're still alive.
Yeah,
really.
have.
Join the club. I mean, it started with me, with my ex.
Yeah,
she took off first.
Yeah, they have left us, but it's not because we wanted that to happen. Some dear friends who I loved for so many damn years have left me because of my political inclinations.
Let alone the people who have passed
By the way,
on.
there are some of my friends on the right that are so visceral against Trump, I've lost them.
Is that right? Yeah.
That's why FOA broke up.
So the never Trumpers,
That's
man.
right.
The fact that you never Trumpers still exist, shame on you. Shame on you. The fact you don't love America. You hate Trump more than you love America.
That's exactly it.
Screw you. Well, if my daughter's available and she lives right down the street from where they're eating the cats and the dogs in Ohio, we may talk to her. Plus, we'll get to this Brett Baer interview. All that and much less on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, on Rumble, and the finest radio stations in America. Did I mention Hit Me?
Fill my cup, put some nigga in it. Take a sip, sign the check. Julio, get the stretch. Right to Harlem, Hollywood, Jackson, Mississippi. If we show up, we gon' show up. Smoother than a fresh drop. Skip it. I'm too hot. Call the police and the firemen. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Bitch, say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. And my band bought that money. Break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me,
something. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. I said uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you said and flown it. If you freak dead and own it. Don't brag about it, come show me. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you said and flown it. Well, it's Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe it, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Stop. Wait a minute. Fill my cup, put some nigga in it. Take a sip, sign the check. Julio, get the stretch. Right to Harlem, Hollywood, Jackson, Mississippi. If we show up, we gon' show out. Smoother than a fresh drop skipping. I'm too hot. Call the police and the firemen. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Bitch, say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. And my band bought that money. Break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Before we leave, let me tell y'all a little something. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. I said uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you said and flown it. If you freak dead and own it. Don't brag about it, come show me. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you said and flown it. Well, it's Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe it, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch.
Doohickey, you know, the doohickey that rolls.
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time!
The most imitated radio station in the nation.
I'm through with standing in line for some fun to begin, but I found a good thing leaving me with a grin. It's time for Outlaw Radio to begin.
You have the great Billy Gibbons here? Yeah.
It's very cool.
Yes, he just passed out.
Yeah.
Hey, that didn't sound too bad. Huh?
At the Lightning Lounge.
Oh, man.
We're here with Matt.
Oh, yeah.
At the lighting on.
Oh, little outlaw radio.
We're here with Matt.
And he's not fat.
We got all these guys and girls in the house. Let me tell you, that's where it's at. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Allen. Pass me a gallon.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Welcome back, my friends. Welcome back to new folks watching Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. And I appreciate the new subscriptions, although many of you will probably unsubscribe because, I don't know, if there's a Kamala Harris interview, you could be on the right or the left. So you discovered that we happen to love America, so we're on the right. And, it happens. Yes, Ralph?
Well, hopefully they're young kids tuning in and they see that we bring the receipts.
We do bring the receipts. Yes, we do. We bring the receipts and other stupid friggin' monikers. I'm so tired of these. We bring the receipts, and we unpack the issues on this show.
Oh God!
Are we going to talk about immigration at all in the 3 hours?
What would you? Well, let me. I thought she was talking to the host, but
she is.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess.
Shut
so.
up, Marty. Shut up, Marty.
Yeah.
Shut up.
What? Oh, drunky.
No, that's just drunky drunk tattoo Dave. By the way,
what that is.
By the way, if you've sort of sussed this out, you got a bunch of drunk guys on a show each weekend. Yeah, pretty much. But herein lies the deal. We may be inebriated from time to time, but we know what's up, my brothers.
What up?
I mean, to the point where my brothers, I want to visit my brothers in formerly South Central Los Angeles wearing a MAGA hat and see what that gets me.
You'll get props.
I
absolutely will.
I think so.
Absolutely will.
I want to try that experiment. I really do.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, what do you think the percentage of me getting shot in the head?
Well, I will be 3 cars behind you filming it because I want to see it. I want to get the wide angle.
Oh, so Ralph Ordier is saying that so you won't be there with me in the MAGA hat?
No, I want the wide angle.
Unbeknownst to
Man,
Ralph,
your chances
he will
are
be there with
your
you.
chances of getting shot is better on a college campus than it is in South Central.
No, you're right,
Mark. By these stupid chicks that are
right.
but that are protesting for Hamas.
Mart,
all this BS.
And by the way, this will be only the second time in my life that I've said I'm glad my brother Mart brought something up.
Wow.
Yeah, but the first time was last week.
But I appreciate this college campus thing. I believe that many of these college campuses have been infiltrated not by college students, but the pro-Hamas friggin' pieces of crap.
100%.
I think the majority may be these people who sort of found. How do you find yourself in America illegally? That's got to be tough to do, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's got to be tough.
I'm over at USC right now.
How do you do that?
Well, you think that they're smart in college. A Columbia University student went to a Greek diner in New York City and started ripping down the Greek flags because she thought they were Israeli flags.
Oh, God. Idiot.
That's great.
No, they're just idiots.
That's how they're getting taught in these colleges.
So the lovely Dana Cornelius, author of You Were Taller Over the Phone, and in the brand new movie available on Amazon Prime called Finger Lickin'.
Can we get your taller over the phone on Amazon as well?
I bet you can.
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, I recommend this for those of you in the dating scene. She gives some more than salient tips to you wanting to date, and she's a cool chick. So she's not one of these woke, in any way, shape, or form, woke chicks. She is a conservative gal. Would you consider yourself a conservative? Pragmatic? Maybe a pragmatist?
I'm more independent, but conservatively leaned. Just because I'm not like a hardcore Christian.
Who you voting for?
You know what I'm saying?
Who you voting for?
Oh, I'm definitely voting for the Mr. T.
Mr. T, I like that.
Mr. T.
Mr. T, I pitied it, fool.
So you're voting for Tyrus from Gutfeld.
Yeah.
Show you my butt cheeks.
Let me try this again with Dave. You can't hear that my brother Mark's mic is up too loud. It's up too loud. It's just.
All right, I get
Just
it.
turn it all the way off.
Yeah, no, I don't want it that low.
Well,
this time.
I do.
But I think it's all about the infiltration of these ass bites, and these kids don't even know what it felt like on 9/11.
No.
See,
No,
they have no idea.
They weren't born yet.
That's the point.
Matt, I've been working over at USC, which is a big ass, one of the biggest colleges in California, Southern California, and for about a month.
Mm-hmm.
And I've noticed, these kids walk around. You have to drive so safely on campus and stuff around that area.
Yeah.
And by the way, that area is nasty.
Why? Because
outside the campus,
they're all on their phones.
They're just staring
Yeah.
down. They will walk, and they're just privileged.
Yeah.
Like you.
Right.
Wait for me. I know
Yeah.
you were there first, but
Mark-
I'm coming this way.
Mark and I were out amongst them
Yeah.
yesterday,
Yeah.
and I noticed that he was trying to, some area, and he was driving, and this gal was not even looking and on the friggin' phone. And I wanted to shout out the window, dumbass. I mean, that's the first thing that comes to mind. Is that mean of me? Is that toxic masculinity, Dana, of me wanting to shout out dumbass?
Well, I think you consider exploring other phrases.
Very diplomatic.
Okay, how about dip ass? Do you like that one?
That's a good phrase.
Yeah. So you wanted to mention something about immigration. We did touch on it, but what's pissing you off, Dana Cornelius?
Well, there's a question that I have that I have not heard asked in any interview with
do
Kamala.
it. Yeah.
And it's really simple.
Okay.
Do you think it's fair to the existing naturalized citizens what you're doing for all of the illegalized residents coming over the border?
I think
is that fair?
I think her answer would be that we're not responsible. Because she does not take responsibility for the numbers who have come over the border.
I think
She would actually say,
yeah,
anybody in this country is allowed equal access to the largesse of the United States.
Okay, Ralph, you're okay.
No,
Ralph,
that's not true.
But I think what Dana's saying is...
No, but Ralph is 100% correct because she did say that. She's on record as saying that anyone here, illegal or legal, deserves to be cared for, deserves all the props that America has to give them. She is on record as saying that several years ago.
Yeah.
So therein lies the answer.
But that's not the answer.
But
to the
that's
question.
her answer.
Let me rephrase the question then.
Dana Cornelius.
Is it fair to all the immigrants that had to wait 5 to 10 years to come over through Ellis Island?
Right.
Is it fair to those people, demographic?
I love your question.
That
I mean,
population.
You're trying to use logic in
Yes.
an illogical world.
Right.
And by the way,
answer to that question, and it's no, it's not fair.
Of course not.
And Dana, they don't use the word fair. To be honest with you, they use the word equity.
Equity.
Equitable.
Which means everyone is equal. Kamala has gone on record. There's a cartoon out there with Kamala involved, talking about equity and how, well, this person needs this in order to achieve this. So isn't that another name for communism?
Matt,
that's what that is. It's communism.
But Matt, not everyone...
Instead of the American way, which is some people are better at X, some people are better at this.
That's it.
And those who are the greatest at whatever they do, I'm thinking of Ryan Stiles again. Ryan Stiles, tall man of comedy. Although not a fan of my politics, we are to this day dear friends. I love him dearly from my heart. But that man he told me years ago, and something I use, that he loves people who are the best at what they do.
100%.
And I love that in a person. There are people that excel in certain things. Equity takes all of that away.
Yes.
Equity eliminates.
I agree with that.
Because it's all about, fairness. Fair this.
Well, are we really equal when you're talking about, Dana, when you're talking about these people that are illegal, they get more than we get as natural citizens, as us being born here, and they get more benefits. They get more things. They get free housing. They get money thrown at them.
Because
we don't.
Because they're underprivileged. You
They
see?
are. Okay, then stay in your country. I'm sorry, that sounds really bad.
No, but once again, it goes back to our young black male brethren who have had enough of this. They're sick of the EBT cards. They're sick of this crap. Let's do it ourselves. And that's why they're on Trump's side.
I will tell you, the worst thing this country ever did to black Americans was take shop out of high school.
Interesting. See, I never excelled in shop, but I'm not that sort of a guy. I'm not a sports guy. I'm not a shop guy.
When we stopped teaching trades.
Yeah. Trades. Yes.
That's shop.
Yeah. Right.
When we stopped teaching trades, how to be a carpenter, a plumber, an electrician.
Right.
Because everybody has to go to college.
Yeah. Right. And they don't.
No. And
Absolutely
that was
do
the
not.
worst thing we did to black males
They do not.
in this country.
Yep. And many of the major corporations are now throwing away that notion that we need you to have a college degree.
Because it means nothing.
It means absolute crap.
No, it doesn't.
Absolute crap.
It's hands-on doing something, and
of course it is. No, you're right. It's
hours
learning.
spent.
It's learning a trade.
Yes.
And by the way, hours spent doesn't make you great at something.
No,
it simply makes you perhaps proficient at something.
Yeah.
But those who have this, it's innate in a person what they do well. And I wish all of you watching us and listening to us right now find that thing, because if you can find that thing that you love doing and you do well, you'll never work again in your life.
Right.
You'll never work.
But they don't even see the fallacy of their argument, because Kamala keeps talking about we don't build enough homes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we stopped teaching people how to build homes.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's not only that, Ralph. It's not only they stopped teaching, but the younger generation. I know I sound like an old guy, which I am, but they come to our job sites. Okay, I do construction. I do commercial construction. They come to our job site and they send us these young kids, apprentice. They're lazy.
They're pussies.
They don't want to work. They're pussies.
Hey,
they
Mark,
go to HR on every little drop of the hat. What did you say? You
Mark,
offended
It's the
me.
same. It's the same in my business.
Mark, by the way, that's why many of these large corporations are saying screw the college degree, because they found that they're not good workers.
No, they're not. They're
and
lazy.
they are in HR. Cyrus Norosto, our dear director friend who directs and writes with his beautiful wife the greatest movies ever. This man was on set in Oklahoma just a couple months ago. He found that it was only the youngsters who were participating in this movie, that it was too hot for them. It was way too hot. All the older folks had no problem working through it. They're so coddled because of their damn parents and their teachers telling them, well, you don't have to be, no, you're good. No, you're good. A D? No, let's raise that up to an A.
Yeah.
Let's give everyone in class an A and a medal.
Everyone gets a trophy.
And a friggin' trophy.
Yeah.
And that's where we are in America today, and it sucks. But we have an opportunity to change this in a very short number of days.
A black man that I know you respect very much is Thomas Sowell. Thomas Sowell.
How do you not respect that man?
Thomas Sowell said no one in America ever became a millionaire from working a 40-hour week.
Correct. So it's up to you.
Yes.
Figure it out.
Absolutely.
It's about priorities, my friends.
Yeah.
And P.S., I don't know if I've ever gone on record saying, I love the concept of marriage. I love it. Didn't work for me. But I love the concept. I love a mom and a dad and kids. I love that idea. And I hope that more of that happens, even though the birth rate is down so substantially that, damn it, what are we going to do here in America? We have no new kids coming on board.
In Hungary, and I love I forget his name, Erdogan or whatever his name is paying people to have babies.
I know that.
Rather than paying them not to have kids. So if you're married and you have kids,
love it.
We're giving you more money.
I love that. I love that concept. Okay, this is Brett Baer with Kamala. And this is worthy. You probably saw this. We'll throw our 2 cents into this. Dana Cornelius, author of You Were Taller Over the Phone and a great thespian in the brand new movie Stinking Fingers. No, not Stinking Fingers.
No.
No.
Finger licking.
No, finger licking fingers. No, just finger licking. And it's not a movie about KFC. Although about halfway in, I was thinking I wish it were. Here's the
So
thing.
the Colonel doesn't do a cameo?
No. Tommy Wiseau has gone on record as saying it's the best movie he's ever seen. And he's the director of The Room, which is a classic movie.
Oh, yeah.
How did he happen to see finger licking?
What?
How did he happen to see?
How did he not?
How did he not?
I think everybody's
It's out there. It's on Amazon.
Oh, that's right. It's been out for a week now.
It's on Amazon, and it's Halloween, and it's a horror movie. I mean, how do you?
It's probably trending.
How do you?
I thought maybe you had recommended it to him, that you loved it so much.
Tommy was on the show before he was a superstar, by the way.
Which leads to him.
Were
being
you
a
here
superstar.
when Tommy was over? Tommy turned into this superstar for doing the worst movie in the history of movies and became a celebrity because of that. And I'm sort of thinking, Dana, that maybe your director is sort of attempting to do the same thing. Although your part was great, and I know you didn't look at it that way, but my God, that dude, you as the psychiatrist or psychologist, which one is it? But
My patient, you mean?
yeah, that dude was awful. Oh my God, he couldn't act his way out of a paper bag. I know you hate me saying that. I know you do. And how about the chick who you're combing her hair, and all of a sudden it turns out you're her mother? That woman was not mulatto. That woman was a black woman. You're about as white as a chick can be.
I would say.
How does that work?
She looks like a tall Swedish woman, and it's like
it just makes absolutely no sense.
Maybe James Earl Jones had a special guest star.
Well, I did ask the director that.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Uh-huh. Yeah, it was a question that I had too.
Feasible.
And her answer was.
Oh wait.
Her answer.
Oh,
explains everything.
All right. Okay.
She didn't have an answer.
Moving on.
Wait.
And she goes, it's not that uncommon anymore. And the father could have been very, very dark, a dark
Okay,
skin.
that's ridiculous.
You
Let-
could have
let-
stopped at she.
Let me ask you this. Yeah. Yeah. So with a movie title called Finger Lickin', I bet you're already ahead of us on this. You know what's going on here, right?
Oh well.
Let me not give it away, but Mark C.G. Boyer can help me with this one. What is that classic movie years ago where it turns out that the delectable meats that they make,
A Motel Hell.
Motel Hell.
What a great movie. Classic.
Well,
Classic.
well,
Okay.
Better than finger licking?
I'm in. No, I'm in. Well, I'm going to watch Finger Licking. I'll probably watch it tonight.
Do a dual feature. A little Motel
Sure.
Hell right into
Yeah,
finger
man.
licking.
Right into it.
And then it's a Kentucky Fried movie.
different, but loved it. Yeah, you're a big fan. Good movie. By the way, Chevy Chase is in that.
What, Kentucky Fried movie?
Well, this is the precursor to Airplane. Yeah, this is.
Was that Zucker's first film?
Yeah, this is Zucker's first friggin' project. A man who's been here on the show and
won't come back.
Hey, we have
Well,
pictures.
Cato keeps him away from us.
We have no. We keep him away from us.
It was Airplane 2 that keeps him away.
No, he came here after Matt made that comment.
that is true.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. See, the Zucker brothers responsible for many have been on record as saying the funniest movie of all time,
of course,
Airplane.
man. Yeah.
And while I was at Cato Kalin's wedding over at David Zucker's house, I was talking to him in a drunken stupor, as I am most of the time.
Like now.
Usually it's... Huh?
Nothing.
Let it breathe, Dave.
Shut up, Ralph. Shut the F up.
Let it breathe. But shut the F up is a clever retort. Here's the deal. It was a 1962 Zucker. And this Zucker bro, David, who was holding the Cato Kalin wedding.
Yes.
And I was sitting there with him talking about, and we were getting along great because he is a conservative man and loves America. And why would he not? Look what it's brought him in riches.
Yeah.
With all of the gun movies and, I mean, just the funniest.
Naked Guns were, brilliant.
Oh, my God. With knowing that Nielsen was the guy for that.
Oh, Leslie Nielsen was
Leslie Nielsen, one of the funniest guys ever. And he's got his start in dramatic films.
Yeah.
He was a drama guy.
Zucker took that guy and just, he's like, boom.
But Zucker, I made the mistake of saying, this is so stupid.
I was sitting right there at the kitchen table when you
were?
said it.
Yeah.
Yes. And
I
cringed.
I said, you know what's... No, you didn't cringe because there's no way in hell, if you're going to be honest...
I am
on
honest.
this
I
show,
knew.
that you knew
I did.
that 2 had nothing to do with them.
I did. Because Bobby Hayes was talking about it before.
I do not believe that.
Okay,
but
ask
you may
Robert.
be telling the truth. I don't believe you.
That's Robert Hayes.
You're a liar.
Shut the hell up.
Yeah, shut the hell up, Dave. Jeez. what the
Liar.
hell?
Marty's a liar.
That's not true, but okay. If it makes you feel
Is
good.
is it a good look? Is it a good look? Shut up, Mark. Is it a good look? Is it a good look to be drunk and producing a national radio show? Of
course.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mark. But why don't you?
add something?
The Tattoo Dave Show.
Mark, you gotta wait for a little window. And you don't.
But it's not that. When he continues trying to talk, here's what I think though. I have an idea. I think as a child, no one listened to him.
I think as an adult, no one's listening to him.
No.
Listen to me now.
No.
I don't think he was ever a child.
And I really believe this because I love Mark C.G. Boyer. You may not get that impression, but I love Mark C.G. Boyer dearly. But I think as a child, no one would listen to him. And so now in his later years, it's like he just had the way he had to do it as a kid. He has to force that. He had to force it in. So I think he still does that. You were about to say.
I'm with Marty. I've been here when Bobby has talked about the second film.
He did a lot.
And how much it wasn't the brothers.
Right.
He's talked about it.
Thank you, Mark.
Okay.
And he has.
Wow. Yeah. What do you want from my brother?
Nothing.
He wants him to just keep showing up.
You know what? You can sing karaoke with me tonight. I need someone to sing to help.
Yeah.
What a bunch
You
of
think I'm
BS.
bad on this show?
All right.
I should have turned his mic off.
I know.
What the?
He's just drunk. He's just drunk, and it's like that's why do you think that's good, Dave? To just
Why is he kissing Marty's butt? What the hell is
I'm
going on?
not kissing Marty's butt. It's the fact.
It is fact. Thank you.
Yeah,
And thanks for backing
and
me.
by the way, I appreciate the facts. I really do.
Okay, but I still don't believe he cringed.
But I made the statement to David Zucker there in his house at his table. I said, the one underrated your Airplane 2, I thought could have been better than Airplane 1. It's like,
crickets.
Oh, because he mentioned, he said, well, we had nothing to do with that. I said, as I was saying, 1 was absolutely the best of that series of 2 movies. No, I screwed myself. But P.S., I thought 2 was very funny as well.
I did too.
I thought William Shatner was brilliant in that movie. But David Zucker did come to the show even after that faux pas. Even after that faux pas.
Yeah, that was a good show.
Yeah. Thank you, Dana Cornelius, author of You Were Taller Over the Phone. And in that brand new movie available on Amazon called Finger Lickin'. Oh, it's a horror. It's a horror movie. It'll make you scared. When we return, we're going to dive into this Brett Baer Kamalato interview next.
I lie awake, I've gone to ground. I'm watching porn in my hotel dressing gown. And now I dream of you, but I still believe there's only enough for one in a lonely hotel suite. The journey's long. And I feel so bad. I'm thinking back to the to change your mood. And when I'm down, you breathe life over me. Even though we're miles apart, we have each other's I'll fly home to you. I'm bending time, I'm getting back to you. Old fades into the night. Soon I know I'll be back with you. I'm nearly with you. I'm nearly with you. When I'm weak, I draw strength from you. And when you're lost, I know how to change your mood. And when I'm down, you breathe life over me. Even though we're miles apart, we are each other's dance tonight. I draw strength from you. And when you're lost, I know how to change your mood. And when I'm down, you breathe life over me. Even though we're miles apart, we have each other's dance.
Arbitron and search rated #1.
This is Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt, the man who is always right.
Very much appreciate.
Arbitron and search rated #1.
This is Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt, the man who is always right.
How about the mic is up, and hey, a stager's so nice, we had to play it twice. Welcome back to Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio, my friends. Go ahead and cut it. You got it up too loud anyway, so just get rid of it. Welcome back, my friendlies, and welcome back, my friends who happened to be here about an hour ago for Kamala Harris live on the show via satellite. And I appreciate your indulgence, and I appreciate the new subscribers. And please, what do? You forward it? You
smash it, like it. Send it.
Yeah,
share
but
it.
yeah, but it's a
Share it.
Share it. That's what you do. And write comments. And listen, if you think we're full of crap, write those comments too. I don't care. I don't. You cannot. We are unoffendable on this show. I speak for myself, but I think I'm speaking for everyone except my brother Mark.
I thought the interview went well.
I thought it did too.
I'm just enamored that I got to talk to the future X nothing.
What?
X.
That's Tattoo Dave, our producer, and this, my friends, is Brett Baer with Kamala in an interview on Fox, and she agreed to it, but it seemed that about halfway through, her handlers were thinking, why did we do?
Let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, why did we do that? Because it was the handlers, the four of them in the background, flagging the producers down. Stop.
That was the hard break.
Yeah, that was the hard break. Stop already. Stop. It wasn't Fox. It was the handlers. Enough already. Enough. This is Brett Baer and Kamala Harris.
So, you're not Joe Biden, you're not Donald Trump, but nothing comes to mind that you would do differently?
Let me be very clear. My presidency will not be a continuation of Joe Biden's presidency. And like every new president that comes into office, I will bring my life experiences, my professional experiences, and fresh and new ideas.
So life experiences, BJ's, being a Kimbo, being on your knees.
On your knees.
Those sort of experiences.
That's life experience.
I hope she doesn't become president, because I don't want the beautiful daughters of America to look up to that broad, and that in their mind is what you need to do to get ahead in life. I can't stand that notion. I can't stand that notion. Go.
I represent a new generation of leadership.
Pause. I question that. What is the new generation? Explain to me what that means, Ralph.
We've never had communism in the United States.
Bingo.
Oh.
Thank you for answering the question. Continue.
I'm someone who has not spent the majority of my career in Washington, D.C.
Your campaign slogan is a new way forward, and it's time to turn the page. You've been vice president for 3.5 years, so what are you turning the page from?
Nice.
Well, first of all, turning the page from the last decade in which we've been burdened with the kind of rhetoric coming from Donald Trump that has been designed.
Okay, you hit something on the board there.
Echo.
Echo, yeah. We were just talking about Airplane 1 and that classic scene with Robert Hayes. Echo,
what a great movie. It's a great movie.
That was
definitely great.
By the way, I think I mentioned this last Saturday. If you're about to do a radio show, and especially a syndicated radio show, drunk producer, not a good idea.
That's a great idea.
Just not a good idea. And I love.
That's what subtitles are for.
Dana Cornelius, love you. So, what was I saying? Does anyone remember? So let's continue with Brett Baer and Kamala.
And implemented to divide our country and have Americans literally point fingers at each other.
Madam Vice President, more than
Pause. By the way, literally pointing. See.
So they sit there and point fingers at each other.
How stupid is she to use the word literally? Literally pointing fingers. No, you mean that figuratively,
right.
You dumb broad. Continue.
% of people.
That is
tell
about
pollsters,
turning the page on rhetoric that people are frankly exhausted of, Brett.
You've been in office for 3.5 years.
And Donald Trump has been running for office.
But you've been the person holding the office.
Come on.
Madam
You
Vice
and I
Pause.
both know.
What kind of an answer was that?
I know.
Donald Trump has been running for
It's the
office?
weirdest thing, man. I had to replay that to make sure I heard it right.
Yeah, because it makes absolutely no sense.
I'm like, how does it make any sense?
This is about the time her handlers, off camera are going, oh God, this was not a good idea. We got to try something, but maybe this wasn't it. Continue.
What I'm talking about. You and I both know what I'm talking about.
I actually don't. What are you talking about?
What I'm talking about is that over the last decade, people have become. But listen, over the last decade, it is clear to me, and certainly the Republicans who are on stage with me, the former chief of staff to the president.
Pause for 1 second. She's saying the last decade. That's 10 years. So that
goes back to Obama.
That's Barack Obama. 2 years of Obama. Does she realize? Why wouldn't she say 8 years? Oh, wait a second. I'm asking a stupid question. An answer from a stupid person. Go.
Trump, former defense secretaries, national security advisor, and his vice president, one that he is unfit to serve.
Pause. Yes, these people she speaks of are butthurt by him because they're not man enough to accept the truth.
I would love someone to interview everybody I've fired.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're a bad man. If you fire someone, they're not your biggest fan. This is stupid effing rhetoric that continues out of the pie hole of this friggin' mind-numb dip-ass who, if elected, you people deserve this ass. Go.
That he is unstable, that he is dangerous.
Stop. Okay, we'll go into this next thing. But he's unstable, he's dangerous. How many wars happened during his 4 years?
You know,
Zero.
If I was Trump, I'd take that clip
Yep.
and then go right to Top Gun when Iceman says to Maverick, "You're dangerous." He goes, "Yeah, Iceman, I'm dangerous.
I am dangerous." Yeah. Would you hit it again, Dave? Whatever that thing is that gives us echo.
Delay.
Just help me a little bit. Are you trying to screw me today? I mean, I'm getting that impression.
I'm doing my best.
To screw him.
To screw me. Yeah, well, see, I appreciate Dave because he's honest.
I'm honest.
All right, continue.
Are you still in support of using taxpayer dollars to help prison inmates or detained illegal aliens to transition to another gender?
I will follow the law.
Stop. Translation.
I will follow the law.
The liberal elite are pretending that sex changes are medical necessities, so that they fall under the law requiring them to be performed on the taxpayer dime. Sort of like how they say crime is down because they switched a lot of violent crimes to non-crimes.
Right.
If you want the truth,
And it's a
you're
law that
looking to the wrong party. Okay, please, Dave, now continue.
Sorry, hit that by accident.
I've actually followed. You're probably familiar with, now it's a public report, that under Donald Trump's administration, these surgeries were available on a medical necessity basis to people in the federal prison system. And I think, frankly, that ad from the Trump campaign is a little bit of like throwing stones when you're living in a glass house.
The Trump aides say that he never advocated for that prison policy and no gender transition surgeries
you know what, you got to
happened
take
during
responsible for what
his
happened in your
presidency.
administration.
Yeah, no surgeries happened in his presidency.
It's in
So
black and white.
would you still advocate for using taxpayer dollars for gender reassignment
I will
surgeries?
follow the law.
The law.
How many illegal immigrants would you estimate your administration has released into the country over the last 3.5 years?
Feasible question.
Well, I'm glad you raised the issue of immigration,
Yeah, I'm
because
sure
I agree
you
with
are.
you. It is a topic of discussion that people want to rightly
Pause.
have.
It's a topic of discussion, and
It's
let's
actually a math question.
It's-
What's the number?
and it's a pretty easy math question.
I just want to go back a little bit where she said necessity. It's a necessity to change, to have that surgery done.
Continue.
And you know what I'm going to talk about.
Yeah, but
right now,
just
which
a number.
is-
Do you think it's 1 million, 3 million?
Brett, let's just get to the point. Okay, the point is that we have a broken immigration system that needs to be repaired.
Pause. Kamala Harris had no intention of answering questions when she sat down with Brett Baer. None whatsoever. Listen to her pre-planned, memorized response to this question that she never, ever answers. Go.
I don't know what happened. It went away.
No, it can't just go away.
Well, I must have done something.
Did you delete?
She's an attorney, and she's trained to obfuscate.
Okay,
That's
okay.
what she's supposed to do.
Maybe this. Hey, Dave. Maybe this is 763 Brett Kamala 2. That could very well be. So punch that in. Don't hit it yet, but just bring it in.
It's here.
Okay. So the setup here is that this friggin' broad. And by the way, she's not a broad because I love broads. I love broads.
She's not.
They are females that love men and get along with men and would rather hang out with men than females. And they get along, and they're not offended by BS crap. So I take that back. Calling her a broad is a misnomer. But this gal never, ever wanted to answer any question. Listen carefully to this that she never answers.
Let me just say, first of all, those are tragic cases.
Pause.
There's no question about that.
Do you know what this is?
Yes. Oh, sorry.
Explain, Ralph. No apology zone.
The question came to Lakin Riley.
Your mic is not up loud enough for some reason.
He's away from it.
No, I'm not. I'm right on it.
There you go.
It was about the Lakin Riley and the other two gals that were murdered.
Right, and showing clips of their mothers.
That's correct.
And I think we can start this part over because watching her, she cares not about dead kids. And she doesn't give an S about what these mothers are going through. I thought of my child at that point. My God, you would have to keep me from killing someone. I'm that emphatic. I love my daughter so much. This chick doesn't give an S about anyone but herself, and you hear it in the way she answers the question. She doesn't care. She has no sympathy nor empathy. Kamala Harris.
Let me just say, first of all, those are tragic cases.
Do you hear that?
There's
Nothing.
no question about that.
There's nothing
So
there.
do you owe them an apology is what
I
I'm
will
saying.
tell you that I am so sorry for her loss.
She's not.
I'm so sorry for her loss.
She doesn't care.
Sincerely.
She can't apologize.
But let's talk about what is happening right now
Pause.
with
She doesn't go on
individual-
with let's unless she does give an S. She can't even muster up a fake effing tear, this broad.
No.
She can't even muster that up. Continue.
who does not want to participate in solutions. Let's talk about that as well.
Pause.
In
Let's not talk about the moms.
Let's go back to Trump.
Let's not talk about the moms who lost their children. Let's talk about Donald Trump and what a bad man he is, because it's the only thing we've got. We can't run on any accomplishments. There are none. Just the opposite. Continue.
Yes, I told you, I feel awful for what she and her family have experienced.
Pause. Do you sense any sincerity there, Dana?
No.
You're a chick.
She doesn't feel awful about it.
She doesn't care.
She's disassociated with it.
100%. She cares about one thing, being in the highest power in the United States of America. What a sick friggin' chick this is. Go.
He's the one who talks about an enemy within. This is a democracy. And in a democracy.
Pause. You know, he's sort of talking about you, Kamala.
Yeah.
He's talking about you.
That's what I thought.
You're an enemy within. Joe Biden is an enemy within. Schuster. See?
Obama.
Chuck. Obama. They're enemies. They are enemies. They are. They don't love America. Continue.
The President of the United States in the United States of America should be willing to be able to
Pause. Oh, my God. What a bunch of rhetoric. Do you hear the way she's putting this forth? This was practiced. Listen to me. I care about the United States of America in America. You dummy. Go.
handle criticism without saying he'd lock people up for doing it.
Pause. You mean all those innocent people who happen to be there on the wrong day that are locked up? You mean like that? That sort of thing? Go.
To be a
So are
cakewalk
they
for
misguided, the
anyone.
50%?
Listen,
Are they stupid? What
oh
is
God,
it?
I would never say that about the American people.
Pause.
And in fact, if you listen.
Can't you tell that she says that about the American people every stinking day?
That's all she says.
That's what
Oh, God, I would never say that about her.
That's what I got. Go.
To Donald Trump, if you watch any of his rallies, he's the one who tends to demean and belittle and diminish the American people. What else do we know about this population, 18 through 24?
Pause.
Oh, this is going to be
This is good. And this was not a part of the Brett Baer interview, but how quickly Kamala forgets that she and her friends call Trump supporters violent and the biggest threat to America. although she's calling Donald Trump out for doing this, which he does not do. Not to mention a basket of deplorables. Now, the Democrats run around saying Donald Trump vowed to lock up anyone who disagrees with him, yet none of them have produced a sound clip of him saying it. And I listened to this clip of Kamala manufacturing fury, fake fury, as she channels her inner angry dementia Joe. Go.
They are stupid.
18 to 24-year-olds.
That is why we put them in dormitories. And they have a resident assistant. They make really bad decisions.
That's the woman, you 18 to 24-year-olds. That's the woman you want in office?
This is after her praising them in another interview.
Because in this interview...
It depends on her audience, Dave.
Of course it
I
does.
get it, I'm saying.
Where's the sound? Where's the music? I just want to go to break. We'll be this after back, my friends, on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
return to Outlaw Radio's Demons of Decadence.
I don't think there'd be any way I would forget to thank Dana Cornelius for making the long drive from Orange County to be with us today. And if you appreciate this bit of femininity from a conservative standpoint, or at the very least a pragmatic standpoint, in Dana Cornelius, author of You Were Taller Over the Phone, and in that new blockbuster hit movie,
Wet Fingers?
Wet Fingers. No, it's called Sticky Fingers. No, which, by the way, I think that would have been a funnier title, but I don't know if they were looking for funny. But it's a
what were they looking for?
I'm not certain, but it Halloween-y sort of horror movie called Finger Lickin', and you can find that on Amazon and find this lovely woman, the only actor in the entire movie, Dana Cornelius. And I sort of hope this gets to the director, the female that directed this, so she'll go on a rampage against me. Because I got nothing to hide, and go for it. If you are a really great director, you would have directed a really great movie. In my opinion, even with a limited budget, Steven Spielberg back in the day could do a lot with very, very little. But Dana Cornelius, I recommend it. It's $2.98 for God's sake.
Oh, you have to buy it.
Yes, it's $2.98.
Not even $3.
It's not even $3, right, Ralph? I mean, I know you'll watch it.
Yes.
You'll fast forward to the parts that Dana Cornelius isn't in. So watch the damn movie, and especially around this time of year, it's Halloween-y and it's a little gruesome, but I don't mean scary. Gruesome, yeah. But
anybody
scantily
clad in this thing?
You say what, Mark?
Any girl scantily clad?
No, you don't even see any.
Well, that's not. I mean,
I know. It's like
in a horror film, you gotta have that.
Show us
Me Too movement.
Show us some boobies at least, but no boobies in this thing either. But I'm telling you, Tommy Wiseau of The Room fame,
Tommy.
he called me and he said it was the best movie he ever saw. So watch this and
You may want to direct the sequel.
What? Buy her book. You Were Taller Over the Phone, Dana Cornelius.
Amazon.
We're going out a little early there, Dave. Yeah, because you got us in really late.
I did.
Yeah, you did. So let me mention that Bill Maher says the left is far too willing to stifle freedoms for power. I've said this every week, it seems like. Bill, come over. The water's fine. I mean, you know you want to. How can you support this chick anymore? I mean, how can you do this? I mean, he's talking about the California Coastal Commission rejecting a proposal from SpaceX, our buddy, to increase rocket launches from Vandenberg Space Force Base, where some of the commission cited Elon Musk's political beliefs. So it's all about politics. It's not about doing the
I
right
love
thing.
Elon more and more every day.
See, you'll find that us on the right do the right thing because it's the right thing to do, not simply because it's political. That's sort of the way I think, and I think most of us think that way. The Drunk Tattoo Dave, thank you.
Thank you.
My brother Marty. All right. Kamala Harris for being on the show today. Ralph Odierna.
Thank you.
Your mic's not on, but
it is.
what would you expect from? Yeah.
Come on, the mic's on. He's trying to make me look bad. Better.
I
can't make you look any worse.
I don't think Ralph has to go out of his way. Mark C.G. Boyer, love you, buddy. My buddy out there, our Marine, who is slaving over a hot pit of coals. He's not even barbecuing anything. That's just what he does. He slaves over a hot pit of coals. Billy Dilly, love him. And Dana Cornelius, thank you. It was a long drive. Love your doggies. I will continue to be Magic Matt here on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, on Rumble, the finest radio stations in America. Love you, Mom and Dad, and my daughter, Alexandra. Love you a million times around the world. Please don't forget bumblebees can't fly.